Okay, so,
Charlie, I think this is one of yours.
can we get more of the dark blue out, please?
Yeah, I'll give you against for those.
Oh, jeez. Also, we kind of are streaming, so I guess we should say hi.
Hi.
Hi! We're offline. It says it right there.
No, we are not off. I don't know why I had the offline one loaded. That was not the one it was supposed to have loaded, but, you know.
Uh-huh.
Wait. Nonetheless, OBS does not like muting that mic.
No, I know. I know.
Yay.
You got diamonds. We got iron fillings.
No, there's definitely no iron fillings there.
All right.
So we basically got a skill point and a milestone.
That is correct.
You did not give us a fate point, did you?
No,
We got a fate point?
That major milestone, it comes with a point of refresh. That's why you can spend it. The major milestone is like one of everything, pretty much.
I thought we got a medium.
No, that was a major last one.
Well, we got a medium the game before that, but when you get a major milestone, it's the medium and the minor milestone as well.
So wait, if we got a medium the one before that, shouldn't we have 2 skill points to spend?
Well, the medium milestone is, I think it's you can take a new +1, or you can swap.
Okay, wait, are you sure we got both of those?
Yep.
Okay, so...
I am.
Okay, so then I guess let me double check my pyramid then. Yeah, so I just moved, okay, so that's what happened, is I didn't realize we got a major one. So, rapport, fight, or will? Which one should be higher?
I'm looking at yours. I've got your fight listed now as 4.
My fight? No, my fight's only a 2 right now. My athletics is a 4.
Oh, right, you swap them. So...
No, my fight's never been higher than a 2.
I've got your athletics as a 4 and your fight as a 2.
Okay, that makes sense. Charlie, which do you have high rapport or no?
That's 2.
2?
Yeah. I can't up it right now. I was gonna up one of my my +1s. That way I can do a +2.
I actually can't tell. I can buy a new +1, but none of them are really jumping at me. But I can't actually up one. At least I could swap something. I mean, I feel like maybe provoke should be.
Okay, I'm gonna fire Ian a quick message to let him know we are on, and then we're gonna start game.
Okay. So if I wanted to provoke up higher, what would I swap it with? You know what? I have... I mean, I don't usually need the fight skill. That's what the throwing daggers are for. Will's kind of boring. Useful. But boring. But actually, thinking about it, feels like the most appropriate one with that batch. Okay. So, there we go.
Don't overthink it, because we're going to start game.
Yeah, well, I just climb up the fence or something.
Well.
Will is now 3.
Your will is now 3. So say we all.
Yep.
Or at least the person who's actually got the sheets.
And the say of the matter.
Yeah.
I think I too shall up my will to a whopping 2.
Well,
Whoa, let's not get crazy. You guys are going to get willful and start having your own ideas and opinions.
Wait. No, I'm pretty sure it just means we actually have the ability to follow through on them now.
Ha.
So you're not boomers. Who said that?
I don't know.
I'm gonna also bank that fate point because
Okay.
2 sucks.
Alright.
Swapping one of my, well, swapping the fate point that I was going to get for 2 magic points.
Alright.
Speaking of which, 2 fate points and 2 magic points for me.
Woot woot.
Yeah.
I just need to.
Yeah.
It's not even double
Oh,
check
hiccups.
anything.
Yeah. So yeah, I broke my iPad today. The screen. It's still functional, but because I draw on it a lot, having the squishy screen is not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thank you, Charlie, for not breaking into a chorus of "I hurt myself today."
I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to now.
You don't know the song.
So, is there a stunt for prescience that will give me a boost to it?
A stunt for what?
Prescience.
There's plenty of stunts for prescience. What do you want to do with it?
Up it.
Give it a boost.
Okay, but stunts are specific. Like you can't just give it a boost all the time. But like, what do you
I'm
mean?
aware of that. Well, I am sighted, so I would like something towards my sight.
Okay, so basically pretty much.
You're not talking about a numeric boost.
No, like,
Okay.
like if
It's just-
it gives me a +2 when I'm doing certain things, that.
Okay.
Like I don't just want like a bonus.
Yeah, that would be weird. Most of the stuff in here, like some of the powers got converted into stunts, and most of the stunts got converted into something. So take a quick look through there, and I'll pull up the file.
So while they're doing that, I'm going to give the audience a recap. Last time on Fey Nightmares, we had a couple of really, really important things happen. First of all, the neighbors to both Declan and Lucas, who were lovely seniors, underwent a seether attack, which meant they had these little flesh hook riding demons attach themselves to their backs and force them to give in to their psychotic urges, which led to a bloody fight, and Mick's giving an old woman a broken nose and a black eye. At that point, Lucas.
I don't think Mix is in this.
No, I'm your captain.
Mix doesn't exist in this game.
Mix. I said.
Oh, okay.
Mind your sheet. At that point in time, Lucas, Mariah's character, used the power of song to basically justify the Seether attack, and accidentally pushed Mix into a coma, which then, they had to get hospitalized really, really quick. So basically, big fight scene. Mix uses his power of song, decimates the Seether, turns them into dust, and later on we realize that Lucas is probably a lot more powerful than they had any idea, just not that well trained. Funny enough, they're a musician, and this is kind of where their power manifests from. Meanwhile, Declan made a new friend, Daffodil, who he found out was later a member of the Lunar Council. Which, if you had Arkham, basically, if you had the Fey version of Arkham Asylum, and there was a jailbreak, Daffodil would be on the top 5, top 10 list that Batman would actively be hunting down, and Declan just found them and made a new friend.
She's fine.
Which is problematic because Daffodil uses her friends to infect their bodies and take possession of them before she burns out through a host. This is a little problematic because she's got the body of a little girl right now, so she's got a good 90 years in that. So normally, if Charlie's character was a normal mortal, it would die long before that became a problem. But because he's a nightmare and has the extended life thing going on bordering on immortality, that means Daffodil's going to be coming for him first. However,
do you want to add the caveat? The blades do not have as long a
lifespan. No caveats right now. However, what did happen was his character was able to stop Daffodil from launching a full-scale attack on the Rose Court and decimating their main stronghold in the center of Arden, in exchange for the promise that they would get rid of Stephen, aka the hook-handed man who's been terrorizing the East Side because he happens to be part red cap and part cliff ogre and borderline unstoppable. But hey, contracts were made in good faith, and what's the worst that could happen?
His name is Stephen.
She calls him Stephen.
Yeah.
But she says she even admits that she doesn't call him Stephen to his face. That's because he doesn't like
because,
it.
That's because she doesn't want to start shit. I do. His name is Stephen.
So, as you can see, post 250 undead baby clockwork diesel powered cannibal automaton human centipede later, that they were able to send to the Goblin Bazaar through one of Baba Yaga's magic kettles.
That is going to come back to
because
It's fine.
250 times.
I'm just
Only
imagining
once per baby.
I'm just imagining a really, really angry goblin coming up to us with an invoice book and just like bite marks randomly. You Declan? No. You lying? Yeah.
And they Pied Piper this monstrosity into the Goblin Bazaar, saving the Rose Court, but leaving, I kid you not, boatloads, just a fleet of benzo-level yachts of unanswered questions. Oh, so that was kind of game. Turning people to dust, sending them into coma, creating a human centipede of undead carnivorous babies, and making a friend with somebody who would probably make Lucifer wince and say, I think that's a bit much.
Excuse me. They were undead cyborg babies?
True. And that kind of leads us into this game. I'm going to get a quick drink of water to stall to give you guys a little bit more time if you need to tweak your sheets.
I took the ability Death Touch.
Ooh.
Which does not do what it sounds like. It's effectively just Declan has psychometry, which is physical empathy to touching an object and finding out its past. With Death Touch, it allows him to, when he makes contact with someone, read any potential vulnerabilities.
Sorry, say that again?
No, you can tap into the potential one. You know about them already, so you instinctively go for them.
So
you can get an extra free invocation on physical consequences.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay, so.
But you have to use the pipe. Yep.
Oh, and also, Lucas, through their own force of will and charming personality, rapport, and quick thinking, was not able to get out of a pair of handcuffs after mouthing off to the Arden City PD at the hospital and had to get Declan to bail him out, which took no less than Baba Yaga herself. And we are now at the Battle of the Bands, because that's where they were off to, because this is the big night. And the big reveal from last game is that Lucas's band is supposed to be starting off against Honey and the Heartbreakers, and found out that there is a little bit of a medical emergency, aka the band went missing under mysterious circumstances, and the Devil's Hedgehog, which is responsible for the Seether attacks, has taken their place.
Do we know that yet?
Yes, you do.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
in character.
That's what I
In
mean.
character, you do.
Do we? Because we just as far as the characters we knew of, it was just that they had.
You do. Lucas doesn't, because it was mentioned to you right before you went into the mansion.
Yes.
It was they gave a list of the Seether attacks, and there's the Seether attacks and also the Queen of Dolls in relation to the restaurants, and the quote-unquote pandemic that was spreading out. And I used to have a memory for this, and she mentioned that and gave you the reveal that you were running back to tell Lucas about.
Okay.
So the question is, did at any point Declan actually tell Lucas that,
I
hey...
don't have time.
Okay, just checking. Nope. Things to do, get laundry, warn Lucas, pick up takeout. Okay.
No, but seriously though, that is pretty much exactly what's happening. It's like, okay, I'm gonna get home, have a smoke, get a drink, start my laundry, tell Lucas about the thing. Get home, infestation. Fuck!
Yeah. Yeah. So, um, we continue with our opening scene, and we can hear the snoring of that lovely old man with the deep wrinkles and his thick, heavy, worn shawls. And he's just leaning back by the hearth and the fireplace just going, this beautiful glow. And he's just snoring away. The camera does this kind of half-angle 45-degree shot. And you see this dark-haired, very pale-skinned teen, probably kicking around maybe about the 14, 15 range, give or take a few years, depending on what you can make through the shadows, flipping through very quietly this big, heavy, leather-bound book that looks ancient. And he's continuing, or she, or they are continuing to read the story of Declan and Lucas. And you can just see the finger trailing across the words, Battle of the Bands, a musical montage, an assault of everything lyrical. and as the words start to form and the camera zooms in on them, you hear Moxie's voice. Ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between, outside, upside down, welcome to the annual city. And you know, if God was a real thing, he'd probably be here in high heels kicking his boots up with the rest of us. Am I right? And you hear cheers go up. And for a city under a pandemic right now, this place is packed. And you guys are probably thinking it's either Fey magic protecting it from the comps, or somebody spent a lot of bills
Florida!
Yeah, Florida! to keep everybody away. So you're like, wait, is this even?
I feel like a bad person for laughing at that.
No. Is this even legal? And Moxie is there, and he is there, and he is decked out for this occasion. This
bothers me.
I'm not sure which is worse, him or the Robo Baby.
He is there with the sequin glitter roller derby skates from the 1960s vintage with the neon yellow laces.
This is not terrifying.
I'm starting from the ground up. He has got the snake skin genuine artificial leather shorts on, complete with the garters that hold up the boots. He has got his
But you don't need
trademark. Hang on. Blue peacock leather tasseled short motorcycle jacket, complete with the artificial beadwork depicting him fighting a dragon on the back. His cowboy hat.
It's not his trademark. He must have been wearing it any other time.
You haven't looked at his business cards. He's also got his big heart-shaped blue sunglasses and the suede fedora that he swears Eric Clapton gave to him on his first concert night. He's there holding his cigarette and cigarette holder, just exhaling this beautiful pink iridescent smoke that kind of turns into butterflies. And he's got the mic, and he just kind of looks to the audience. He's like, I know we've gone through a lot of things. Good things, bad things, and some things of a highly questionable nature, such as our lovely musicians for tonight. But tonight, niceties are being put aside. Niceties are for nice people. And are we here in a room full of nice people? And he kind of does a wave of the mic, and everyone's like, no! Boo! Nice people suck! You know, let's do this. And he's like, we're here to make music history. And in this corner, hailing from Arden City. And you see across the screen, 9 minutes and 59 seconds later, he gets to the point where he introduces Winter Knives. And you see just, and she's kind of up there, from the culinary school. and she's got the official band shirt. She's wearing the band shirt
The
at the
actual
band
merch.
thing, the official merch, and she's kind of sitting on her partner's shoulders, kind of waving and just like screaming. And there was a loud like wave of applause and cheering, shouting. They're like, "We love you! You're so great, Lucas! Where's Mix? You Roxanne! I want to have you love babies! Ironic elks! Ironic elk socks!"
I'm not face palming on in character.
So when
I'm mentally face palming in character.
So when you guys go up there to take the stage, what does that look like to the crowd? Because you have to do that thing where you get up there and everybody sees you, and then the other band comes up there and sees you. Like, are you doing anything special to woo them, or up the show, or just gonna be like really embarrassed and look at your feet?
Well, if it was actually me,
No, it's not actually you. It's your
it would be
character.
the feet one.
Yeah.
Do the Corbin Dallas thing, just like tap, tap, tap. Hi. That's it.
Yeah, I guess we'll do something. I don't know what. I hadn't actually thought of it.
Hands you the mic. Everyone, quiet. Eyes focused on you. Just send this there.
Hey everyone, great to see all of you here. Me, Mariah, and freezing up.
Okay. So, well, let's help you out here because you are freezing out, but Lucas probably would not be. So let me roll for your rapport. I'll give you a choice. You can roll rapport or provoke.
What for?
Okay, roll for it.
Get back here.
As I look at the dice roll to make sure it's legitimate. So. It's actually not bad.
It's not.
Three. So, your character, Lucas, he gets up there, and instead of like going over the top like Moxie, and everybody's already wound up, he decides to play it cool. Yeah. Everyone.
You pull the Scott Hall fucking wrestler. And just walks in, everyone quiets down. Hey yo. And then everyone loses their goddamn mind.
And so they're, oh my god, yes, it's him. I'm glad you're here. The emphasis being put on your, and it's just like Keanu Reeves coming out like at the video game summit and announcing he's in the game, and everyone's like, oh my god, yes, he sees me, he sees me, ah! And you can see who your fans are because they're waving like the styrofoam official merch knives of Winter Knives.
We have merch. We've been a band for a week.
Yeah. And who is your Fey Lord again?
Ah.
And also those foam.
Your manager is effectively Eddie Izzard in a fedora. Trust me, you've got merch.
And the thing is, you when you take a close. Actually, no, I'm gonna make you both roll notice on this for the merch. Trade.
4.
Okay. You got this. You both get this. You notice that they're replicas of your aim.
How accurate?
Not 100%, but god damn.
There's some fine print that says if lost retrieved.
Effectively, it's effectively the equivalent in your mind, your character's mind, of they just might as well have all gotten throat tattoos of the band's logo. That's effectively. So I don't know if Lucas is flattered or horrified. I'll let you figure that out. You, on the other hand, get something really, because you're looking at this and you're like, you're kind of like,
wait.
Yeah, I know that guy. You know.
It's actually readable. If you know what you're reading.
You notice something about the lead singer. He hasn't gone up stage, but you're kind of skulking around. There's a lot of people there, but you catch a glimpse of him, and you notice something on this guy. He's got what you thought were, he's got this big, thick, spiky jacket. This like metal studs, like really 80s leather. It's leather,
Yeah.
just covered in it, and he's got like what you think are replicas of the Honey and the Heartbreakers faces. He's got like some keys there. You associate that with a different band. There was this one band that they had their day like a couple of years ago. It was like electric sousaphone, and their big thing was they had like a clockwork crow as their thing. And you see one of the wings of that attached. You see a couple of aims, and you're like, oh, he got the merch and he's decorating himself with the trophy, and you kind of do another squint, and you're like, wait, no, hang on, those things are foam. I can see the light glinting off of those. So he's got two. One's about yay big. It looks like a curve, almost like a scimitar, and the other one's shorter. It looks more like a stiletto, like a throwing one you would, from the ninjutsu kind of persuasion, like a throwing, yeah. And you kind of take a step back because you realize, wait, if those are real,
yeah,
he's a trophy taker.
Mhm.
Or
Well, I remember the name, like the name. Anyway, so I'm just gonna be like,
okay,
take up my phone, the thing that I had originally warned her about, like one of the bands was called the Devil's Hedgehog, which was
yep.
The honor guard, but
You don't have her card. You had the one-time use of that.
Then I'm phoning whoever it is to pass up now and pass it. Because
Okay.
this is
Yeah.
either a head seat.
Roll for your contacts. You do have a dot in contacts.
That is a no. That's a 0.
That's a 0. Okay. You actually do know somebody who could help you out and get the word there fast, and it's Philip. He's really good. When you can't go through the blade channels fast enough to get the message up, you know how to kind of go around them. He's good enough to kind of make sure that the right word gets to the right people unofficially. Unfortunately for him, he's not picking up, but you can leave a message with him.
I will leave a message, and then I'm gonna go find Moxie.
Okay. That won't be too hard because he's right now on stage introducing, and you have your moment. Everybody is just like loving the shit out of you, and then that's when Moxie kind of turns. And our next contenders, big bad boys and girls and everything in between, give it up for these very demonic, and he's going on and it does the thing. 12 minutes and 32 seconds later. Yeah. In conclusion, the Devil's Hedgehog, and there isn't like the fan yay like for Winter's Knives. It's like, oh my god, you're like, yay, they're awesome. We have not heard of them. Are they from Europe or Alaska? No, I think they're from Argentina. No, wait. I think they're big in Japan. Well, who isn't? No, that is not fair. There seems to be some confusion. People know that the band is a big deal, but
Immediately find the hipsters in the crowd. I like your earlier work.
I was into you before you were a band. I was into Corona, I was into COVID before it was a virus.
No, that only
That
works.
just makes you an alcoholic.
So you're kind of getting that kind of confusion thing up there. So, and Moxie kind of turns the eyes, and it's like, Mademoiselle, the coin. And you see, girl comes up, shaved head, red hair, leather top, thick like goth boots. The piercings are in the throat, in the nose, like rocking like early 90s kind of goth. Sorry, the light kind of flickers off. I've been playing a lot of Phasmophobia. So and the coin, and everyone starts to count. 3, 2, 1, and this big oversized specialty coin that they had made flips in the air, and you can see the slow spin. Are you guys going to do anything to interfere with that coin toss, or
I'm
create?
guessing this who goes first.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Also, I don't think I have any magic that would interfere with it anyways.
All right. It lands, and Moxie turns to you, and he's like, "Call it."
Heads.
And he flips it open, and he's like, "Tails! Hedgehog is going first." So he takes a couple steps back, and he's just crossing his arms. The girl gets off stage, and you guys kind of go backstage because your set will be after them. They do a thing of 3 songs, and everybody's kind of warming up. Drinks are being poured out. The crowd is starting to push up front, and you can hear the sound guys just doing the final tweaks, and the energy's getting, the temperature's building up. What are you doing at this point in time?
Finding Moxie.
Okay. Moxie's on the front stage, but he's not like right at the mic. He's kind of like off to the left side. You know when people go on American Idol and you can see their like coaches and things just standing offside.
I'll just go over there.
Okay. So as you are going up to see Moxie, you get like a very a tap on the shoulder, but it's not like a full hand tap. It's just like a very respectful tap. And you see a guy very familiar, clean white shirt, nice tasteful black tie, nice kind of business black slacks, and he's wearing kind of a Blues Brother fedora with the black sunglasses. You recognize him. You gave him breakfast at your morning table, and he just kind of turns to you. He's like, thank you so much for everything. Things went really well with the pack.
Oh, good.
When I told them about the aims and there was no problems with the trans, I told them, yeah, you gave me breakfast, and they were like, oh my God. No, like really helped out.
Good.
You know, you're not too bad, Declan. You're not too bad. Hey, so what do you think? Who's your money on for tonight? And it's Gavin the Rose, who's new at being a Rose, but you can see the facade is dropped, and he's kind of being more the.
Just kind of relaxing.
You can smell his undergrad from here.
English.
How did you know? Yeah. We're getting Dryden, Swift, and Poe. Renaissance poetry of prose is the bomb. Did I say the bomb? I think it's the bomb. I love it. It. It's excellent.
Listen.
Yeah.
Do you bit of a situation here that might require both sides. Could you round up the troops?
What troops?
Yours. Your pack. Meet him here.
I can try and do that, yeah. But there's a little contingency thing kind of going on right now. I'm not supposed to be here.
Right. So, tell you what. Do you have a business card?
Business card. So let's go through as well. Let's see. No, hang on. Yes. No. Wait. Give me a moment. Do you have a pen?
You mean his own?
Take up the phone.
Yeah.
Gavin, bracket, Rose.
So he kind of gives you his number.
Send him a text.
Okay.
Gavin, meet me at Battle of the Bands. Click.
He's like, cool. Yeah, that helps. Yeah, I'll see if I can get them. They're doing stuff about that.
It's a Caesar thing, so all hands on deck.
He's like, Caesars?
Shaft.
Here?
Yeah, that means you just go, get them, and bring them back here.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah. Okay.
Stop looking at the skirt.
Okay. He's like, look here. Caesars. Okay, Caesars.
Just don't look for them, just go.
All right. He starts walking off, and he's doing the thing where it's like Hawkeye Pierce, kind of walking past Colonel Potter, so avoiding eye contact, you kind of moving awkwardly around.
You can do this.
Kind
of
dancing through people, just kind of. No one else is dancing, but he's.
Bastard probably dead in a month.
He's kind of working.
You just go back up. Find Mox.
So Mox is there. And he's just like, hey there, big guy. Look who it is. It's Declan. Declan, hey, buddy. How you doing?
Not great. Listen, can we talk in private?
No more private place than the stage. What can I get for you? Are you here to cheer on Lucas?
I mean, yeah, but that's not why I'm here. The Devil's Hedgehog there, you know that he's a very large cedar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know that the aims on his jacket are actually aims.
Eyebrow kind of goes up. And he's just like,
Faces.
and you see the close up of his lips. He's like, and he's dead serious. Ames? Question mark.
Yeah, there's a curved one. One of them looks like a kunai with throwing knife. Just under the right, under the right arm.
He's like, he gives you a look. And you know this look. This look is, it's it's sort of like in a World War II movie, where it's like, oh, I am taking lunch to my friend, who is a German officer, stationed at the ammo dump behind the farm.
Are you now?
Lunch, you say. The farm, you say. Interesting.
Yeah.
And so he kind of gives you that look.
One of, and I was like kind of like put my like, so we're gonna like put my arm on his shoulder, so it looks like we're just kind of like talking business, but like
Yep.
one of Scotty's on her guard told me to have a look out for something named Devil's Hedgehog. I gave her the heads up that they might make an appearance here, and it looks like they've been literally killing the opposition.
He kind of gives you a nod, and you can tell he's being very attentive. Like the sounds of people operating music and stuff are getting around, and he kind of very carefully puts his arm on your shoulder. He is not touching your skin, just so you know, but that very friendly, why don't we go into my office kind of thing. If anybody else were looking at them, they're like, oh, yeah, he's probably talking to somebody's manager or bandmate. Like it gave that thing. Everything is fine. Of course you're having a good time. Why don't we go talk about this? So like literally, like he's just like there's flying under the radar, and then there's digging a tunnel 6 feet down and kind of going underneath. Like there's no way. However, what are you doing at this point in time?
Warming up, but also making sure that Dingus, whose name I forgot.
Magnus?
Yes.
Your brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knows the songs and can actually play them with the rest of the band.
Magnus is looking at you and he's like, no, I got this. Like, you may not have been at rehearsal, the one we had. Well, actually you were, but I was there, trust me. I've been working on the songs. Like, this riff is pretty straightforward. This one isn't that complex. Like, come on, it's me.
What are you working with? You know what? Great, I'm glad. I'll ask why later.
Questions for later.
So he's kind of going at that point. So the first, so Moxie's got you in the back, and you guys are sitting down. Like his table is literally a card table and two folded chairs, and you can hear that the other band, the Devil's Hedgehog, is taking center stage, and this big dude is just like you can feel the vibrations coming through the floor when he takes steps. The drum kit's coming out. The other band members are there, and they've all kind of got the, they're rocking that kind of 80s horns and kind of faux demonic look,
Gore.
Yeah, gore done by
like a Gore tribute band.
It's like a Gore tribute band, but their funding got cut halfway through costume design.
Oh.
Oh.
Funny.
Yeah.
Oh. You would think being nightmares, they'd actually look like they had it's spam.
Hey there.
It's spam.
Bec-
Spam.
Oh, it's spam.
Yeah, no, don't talk to the
I'm not
chat
talking.
bot.
But
Chatbot.
the chatbot is offering us free money. How can I say no?
And to buy followers and primes and viewers on *** bracket bigfollows.com bracket exclamation
I'm
point.
pretty
That
sure
sounds like
buying
it should be a
people.
porn site somehow.
It sounds like it's into human trafficking.
Actually, yeah, that's much worse.
Well,
Thank you
yeah, that
for
is.
that.
That is.
That's
See,
awesome.
I just meant the name.
Why?
I don't know, but the whole thing is the whole.
It's-
This is what our heroes are fighting against. So Devil's Hedgehog gets up there, and you guys automatically get this feeling off the crowd that the energy is beginning just to slowly shift and change. And anyone using, well, you can't use your sight because you're blocked. You're in the back. So they start, and they're just there's black metal, and there's whatever the hell these guys are. Like that first opening chord, you can hear reverberate out, and they start their first song, and it is just intense. And it's the equivalent of kill, except 100 times louder and far more Swedish. Swedish death metal.
No.
Yeah.
It's still.
So, and the energy is beginning to shift and beginning to change. I need both of you to make will rolls at this point.
Three.
Whoa!
So glad that I upped my will before this game started.
We both did.
And what did you get, Mariah?
Also a 3.
Okay, you guys are absolutely fine. You start getting like a little bit of a twinge, like you feel migraine setting on, and then it kind of like focusing on your senses. So it's like, okay, just let me filter out the background noise, and it kind of dissipates. Both of you do that at the same time. You get that twinge, and you're like, no, it's gone. About a third of the audience, mosh pit kind of starts going, and it's starting getting about a third of the audience start mosh pit right in the center, and it starts like typical 90s mosh pit, but it starts getting really wild really fast. A few moments later, like elbows are going back and forth. You see somebody get clipped in the shin, like a streak of blood goes up. You see a couple other people kind of exchanging blows. But, you know, as much as they're getting into the ferocity of it, like, and it's beginning to up the tempo, it's still fairly well contained, but it is building. You see one person go down, and you hear a couple glass bottles shatter. They kind of pull themselves back up, and you can see where they landed on the glass. A couple big people in there. There's one person with long flowing yellow hair, like not gold, but yellow, like neon, and just giving it what for right in the heart of it. You know, for somebody who's so petite, you think that they would be crushed, but they are just living with this. And this goes on for about 3 minutes, and well, not 3 minutes. This goes on for about four or 5 minutes. Then they automatically segue into the next song, and at this time something weird happens. The big burly guy, kind of steps to the back, and then the drum set starts to move forward, almost like it's on its own. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, the special effects are so good." If you guys are there, you'd see that the drum set actually has like scuttling legs, sort of like a scorpion or a centipede, and it's very infantile, and it's kind of holding itself up front. And then you would see the drummer, and the drummer's got these large, oversized goggles, and he's got like the faux antenna, and the spines on the back, and you can see like the arm pieces. If any Nightmare Crew would roll on their site, would see that person is actually part of the drum kit. And they're starting their next song segue. So I need another will roll from the both of you, but you passed the first one, so you did all right.
2.
And again a 3.
Okay, so you got a 3, you got a 2. So you're okay. You're taking a point of mental damage. It's insidious. You're like, Lucas is like, you're working, you're not really focused on them, but you're just kind of thinking about Magnus, and it's just pissing you off. You don't know why it's pissing you off, and then Raven is doing something, and you're like, "Fuck it! I told her 1,000 times," and it's just kind of clawing at the back of your head. It's not biting, but it's just something irking you.
I figured out whether
You're
before that.
you're feeling a little bit like you get that migraine sensation. It's like Moxie's.
Given the crowd reaction, I just look at Mox and like, and now I know how it's spreading.
And that's kind of right in the middle of where you're describing the aims to him, because he was actually like, I need to know what you said. Like, he's basically, what do they look like before I go after them. The audience, it's spreading. The mosh pit gets more violent. You see a couple people go down. They're not getting up. You also see that it's gone from a third and not quite 3/4, but pushing that way. And they're actually starting to do damage to things. You're seeing one of the lights gets toppled over there. There's a problem going at the bar. You think you hear somebody cry out like they've been stabbed, but you're not sure. And the intensity and the energy is just bouncing and bouncing. I need both of you to make notice rolls.
Oh yeah, that one I rolled fantastic on 6.
6. So 3. Okay. You kind of dart your head out there. You can definitely see that at the back of the bar that there is. You catch a flash of red and a glint of steel, and you can see that the bartender's definitely got a seether attached and has just fucking lost it. They've got the baseball bat out, and they're like taking swing at a guy who's like trying to make an untimely grope at the bartender, and she just cracks him across the skull and the jaw. But just like he kind of goes down. She jumps the bar and is just going double-handed at that point.
Now we're getting into gratuitous.
You, on the other hand, you kind of duck your head out there, and you're seeing these dots of red everywhere. And it's not like you're seeing the seethers right on their backs. You're seeing their eyes light up. And you can see the psychic energy kind of wafting off of them, and they're just feeding on them. You have about 3/4 of the people are there. And strange enough, what really tweaks your curiosity is the Devil's Hedgehog, the band. When you kind of duck out, you're like, oh wow, their costumes are actually pretty good, and you realize that you're looking at them from behind. Every member of that band, with the exception of the guitarist, has probably got the largest seether you have ever seen. These things aren't just like little hobs riding on their back. They're closer to the size of, they're, God, probably the size of teenagers, and they're just not even riding on their back. They're kind of immersed around them. It's like their arms are draped and kind of around them. It's like they've got like a lover's embrace. So they're on the back, and the hand is like on the side of the face, and the other one's around the waist, and the legs are kind of interwoven with where they are. These seethers aren't riding them anymore, because seethers go from one to the next to the next. These are permanent fixtures. You've never seen anything like this before.
I honestly kind of thought they were the Caesars, so
Right. Right, so I'm gonna shank him now.
Last song. And they segue into their big outro. I need one last will check from the both of you.
Okay, so that one was a 2.
Okay. So Mariah, you're taking another point of mental. Charlie, you're taking 2.
Really?
Yeah. So you've got that little ping of a migraine kind of winces, but it's not dissipating. And you get it. It wasn't as bad as before. Like, you're irritated with your band members, and you can feel it building, but then it just kind of plateaus. Mainly because you're always irritated with your band members, and this is kind of borderline normal.
Why does it keep irritating me? It's like it's Tuesday. It does this every day. Why am I just...
Why am I so angry? He's so bad. Yeah, but Zed is really not that hard on the eyes. So, I mean, he's an idiot, but damn, he took his shirt off. I mean,
Apparently,
yes, I
I'm
could
super
let it.
distractible.
I could let it go, right? We're all, as professionals. I mean, Raven's not on fire yet, so it's a good day. So at this point, the violence is just spreading out, you know. And Moxie, he kind of looks at you and he's like, give me a moment. And he goes out there and he's like, the Devil's Hedgehog takes off to the side and the head just kind of slowly rotates at Moxie. You see the eyes flare. And Moxie is good at seducing people. He is like consensually seducing people. None of that other stuff. But like he can work a crowd. And he's trying to get everybody to like chill the fuck down. And that's when like 3 different bottles come sailing towards its head. You know, he ducks all of them.
To be fair, chill is not exactly the word that comes to mind when I think of Moxie.
Yeah, as you will. And you can see the anger kind of flaring in his eyes. And you hear this tone of voice, right?
I'm listening.
I know you are. You just hear this tone of voice. He's like, Lucas, get on stage. Which translates into Moxie, it's go time. He's not being flamboyant and nice. You're seeing serious Moxie, and you can actually feel a little bit of a chill kind of going through.
Huh, this is new. Alright then.
It's the equivalent of using a daddy voice. Shit.
Yeah. So you guys are getting on stage, and the audience, they're most of them are ignoring you guys. The other ones are like, you suck, we hate you, yeah, get the fuck up, put the hedgehog on. You know, bottle goes sailing, you know. Zed kind of just does that thing where he just moves like that much. You know, another one goes sailing towards Raven. She catches it. But at this point,
Does not want none.
But at this point, 2 more of the lights go down. Somebody's toppling over the big signage that they had, and you can actually see the scaffolding. There's 3 people trying to climb it, and there's another person on top. It's just like hitting the one guy on the head. The mosh pit is out of control, and it's getting bloody at this point. People are going down. You're hearing bones crashing. You're pretty sure you smell fire, but you're not smell smoke, but you're not sure. And Moxie is just looking at you, and he's like, you're going to do something about this right now.
So I'm looking at the songs we've got.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start off with Beautiful Terror, but I'm going to play it a little slower, a little more somber than actually.
Okay.
So basically trying to infuse some of that calming into it.
Okay, so you look at the audience, not the audience, you look at your bandmates, and they kind of look at you and says like, what's up? Am I reading this right? You want us to do Beautiful Terror at a third slower?
When you say a third slower.
Like he's just talking, he's like, you want us to slow
Just
the
slow
song?
down a bit. It's already the calmest of our songs. And we need them to...
Raven is coming up to you, and you can see like she's got like the full makeup on and is decked out. And she's like, "Are you sure we want calm with these guys? They're nuts! Like seriously, people are getting fucked up there. We should probably get the hell out of here."
That's why we want calm. It's already magically induced. Let's turn it around.
From who?
The hedgehogs?
Those guys?
Have you tried looking at them?
No.
Look at them with your sight.
Fine. Ah! Why would you do that? Why would you just say look at them with your sight if you knew what they were? You could have told me this. This is what words are for, Lucas. Words. Punches you in the shoulder. Goes back. Sign. Slower. Get up there. Do your thing.
Alright.
One, two, three.
So that's a +1.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second.
Well.
Precious Performer, tapping my,
Mm-hmm.
spending a thingamabob point, magic point,
Yup.
to add a +2.
Mm-hmm.
So that brings that up to a 8,
Okay.
plus whatever bonus was already there.
Yep, I figured that out. God damn. Okay.
And I'm definitely using my subliminal intrusion idea, ability. And, actually, hold on a second. No, I'm using my magic jam ability to screw up other magic
Okay, what are you doing?
with the song.
Okay, so you're using...
I've got a stunt, magic jam. I
Okay.
specifically have an anti-magic magic.
I know, but... Okay, I'll let it go this time, but you committed to doing one action and we rolled for it, but it wasn't complete, so I'll let the magic jam... So you're trying to interfere, correct?
Well, I mean, the whole idea was, yeah, we're trying to calm the crowd down.
Okay,
I'm just
are you...
pointing out I've got abilities that relate.
Okay. You're trying to calm them down, or are you trying to discombobulate the magic spell that's already been woven?
Yes?
Okay.
Because the reason they're not calm is because of the spell?
How do I explain this? It's like... Are you trying to overpower the spell, or are you trying to disrupt the spell? Believe it or not, there is a reason why I'm asking this.
Probably going for disruption over brute force.
Okay. That's what I needed to know. Okay, so... you guys... Describe what it looks like when you guys hit the stage and start playing.
Well, despite the fact that they're being
Because this is your live show and the cameras...
dickwads of an audience.
Yeah.
No,
they're not dickwads. They're violent Neanderthals at this point in time.
They had no choice in this.
Yeah, it's not consensual.
Hey everyone, we're gonna play our first song for you guys.
Play the fucking song!
Beautiful Terror. And,
Your mom's a beautiful terror! Beer bottle.
catch the beer bottle.
I
Put it down and I'll
I
come
won't
aside.
make you roll for it, because we've... Alright.
Keeping that for later.
There you go.
Okay, so...
And, just starting in on it.
So you kind of... Zed starts doing like a really... He starts doing the tempo, but he's slowing it down. It's...
Just a bit, not like tons.
Yeah, no, he's kind of got like the intro kind of Nirvana-ish kind of, smells like Teen Spirit kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's toning it down. Raven's taking her cues really well. And you actually wait a little bit longer than you normally would for something like this, but you kind of smooth it in. And as you do, you guys are playing, you can actually see, you're something weird with your sight happens. You can actually see these red curling barbed strands that have emanated out from the stage and where they've descended and got their hooks in. And as you're playing and just kind of singing and everyone's getting into, you're doing like surgical strikes to this huge net. You're not trying to cut off all the barbs, you're trying to find where they're kind of intersecting and hitting those nodes. So as you're playing, you're like really getting into it. You hit this one line where it just brings the tempo right down. You hit this one cluster and you can see the baseball bat going up, which is covered in probably 3 different people's blood right now. And there's kind of like a flicker of recognition, and the bartender kind of tilts their head and just, mid-swing just kind of pauses. And as you're going, it's starting to work. The people in the mosh pit are still fairly in the thick of it, but the surrounding edges are there. And they're starting to give way. So right now, you've effectively knocked them down a couple pegs. About a third of the people who are effectively riding are... The rage is going down to a slow simmer at this point. The other thing you notice, and you're kind of doing this and keeping an eye out, you are not seeing anyone's eyes turn white and roll over their skull like Nix's. You learned your lesson. You're kind of, node, coma, no coma, no coma, coma in the back, no coma, sir, no comas, got it. Okay, I think I got this. So instead of trying to overpower them, you're actually being really strategic about it. But you still have to, 2/3 kind of still riding at will, trying to set each other on fire, breaking canisters, trashing the place. So, second song.
I was, what is that, legendary? And to only knock down a third of them? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. Mechanically, the way Lucas did it is sort of like a wizard in D&D. They pre-prepped up the songs like spells. However, so did the Devil's Hedgehog. So when they did their spells, they put in the challenge rating factor, and you effectively nuked the first challenge rating, but they effectively set it for each song. So your first song beat out their first song, hands down. And that was actually fantastic. Nobody is injured, and the periphery is actually calming down, but you still have to beat out the other two.
Okay.
They're called the Devil's Hedgehog, not Bambi's Mom.
They
Which
will
has
be-
nothing to do with the art films.
They will be Bambi's mom when I'm done with them. They'll be dead.
Okay, so what's the next strategy here? What's the next song? You can speed it up, slow it down, continue to put them to sleep. Because remember, you do want a contract out of this and being the band that makes everybody.
Well, hun, I trust me. I'm aware.
Okay, just putting that in there.
Um,
Do a good job, but not too good.
Play that new song, Fuck Devil's Hedgehog.
Okay.
next one, Mad Hatter's Nightmare, but played as intended in terms of
All right.
the actual song.
All right.
And then the same idea, he's trying to strategically take down the magic.
Okay, gonna roll for it?
I suppose I must.
Yeah, I'm the GM. I'm telling you, you must.
Well, you asked.
Yep. All right.
I mean, this is a new role, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just tap the same thing.
Okay.
Versus performer
Mm-hmm.
+2.
All right.
So 5, 6, 7,
Mm-hmm.
8. So that's a 9 plus the previous banked thing, which was a 5.
Yep.
So 14.
Jesus Christ. I've never seen these rules in the game before.
Well, it's because they're not one roll.
Yeah, I know. And I have to deal with the Hedgehog Attractor, which was not a good roll for them. So, you played as intended, and you saw the nodes disintegrating. But as you're playing this one, you're really noticing how the band has really come together. When they may have not done a lot of rehearsals, but god damn it, they took time to know this song. And everything just goes off seamlessly. Like, you hit the chords right, you hit the riffs right, the drum solo is just like spot on. And you can actually tell that it's improvised a little bit, it's actually made it a bit better. And at one point, Raven actually takes the forefront and she starts doing like the back-to-back thing with you. And it's looking really, really good, but it's also looking just polished. Like, this is not something you'd see at Battle of the Bands. This is something you'd see like at a live concert performance, from like a big headliner. This would be Beyonce level performance level, without the
pyro.
without the power of the wardrobe malfunctions. This is kind of where you're at, and
We could fix
that
but-
feeling of calm has kind of gone, and it's being replaced with like kind of this wave of awe, like people are like witnessing.
No one complains if Beyonce has a wardrobe malfunction.
No,
That's not a complaint.
No.
That is never going to be a complaint.
So the big thing is more than the 2/3. It's actually kind of descended into the mosh pit, and you've got sort of like the sheepdog and the coyote, where they're like ready punch, and they kind of turn and like you kind of look at you still got the guy by the throat ready to punch him, but
horn went off.
Time to plug in.
so like the wave of awe is being replaced, and you're noticing something. Actually, you make a notice roll.
2.
You notice that the monstrosities that have kind of enveloped the Devil's Hedgehog man the heads are twisting and they're hissing, like they're starting to shudder and convulse along with the band members, but the audience is not. The audience is slowly coming over, but you're starting to see the glamour break down on the big guy. You're seeing those little bristles are turning out to be like these, 11-inch like hedgehog spikes.
All kind of like, cause I'm guessing I'm standing
Yeah.
beside Mox and think Mox, it's working. Anything you can do to make it especially, I want to say painful on, say, that corner of the room over there, and I'll point to where the devil's hedgehog is.
I've got just the thing. I know exactly what to do. Reaches into his jacket, pulls out the silver flask. It's got a picture of his face on the front of it.
That would make it painful.
Unsqueeze the top, takes a drink, offers you one. It's whiskey. Glenlivet, Scotch.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Take out my flask.
Takes it. Things, and he kind of gives you a nod.
The stuff that Babs cleans the combs in.
It's like you feel that tap on your shoulder.
What?
I was able to get a hold of one of my pack members. He's like, Declan, this is Jill. Jill's probably about 5'4".
Yes.
In a power suit. It looks probably about 20s, maybe. And just has like the bones kind of poking through the bridge of the eyebrows, kind of coming around the side. And the only odd thing about Jill is that she's got a wristwatch. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4. She's got like all the way up the forearm, and they're all antique. And you can see that the power suit with the vest. You can see that she's probably got 5 or 6 different fob watches on her.
A lot of watches.
And looking at you, and she starts addressing you formally. She's like, "It is a pleasure to meet you, Declan of the Court of Blades, member of Lester Fooey, sire of blah 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 Baba Yaga Lois."
Pack newbies.
She looks at you and raises an eyebrow, and you got Gavin trying to be, cool. She says, and she turns to you. I am a member of the esteemed Court of Roses. Yeah, and
I know. I called you here.
Actually, he called me here. Because we have a truce, and that would be interfering, and I will not participate in such behavior. But since Gavin needed me, I am here. Speak your name and tell me your wishes, so I will parley with you.
Okay, so I'm gonna let that slide once. But you talk to me like that again, I'm gonna find a fish and beat you with it. Second.
She takes a step back and she's got like her hand on the watch, and you're not sure if she's gonna pull a gun on you or something. She's
No, not Pacific Standard Time.
and Gavin,
Anyway,
Gavin taps her on the shoulder. He's like, "This is the pancake guy." And she's like, "Oh, you're the pancake guy."
Really? The pancake guy.
Yeah, the pancake guy. Yeah, it's
Anyway.
great pancakes.
So
Yeah,
I need
waffles,
you.
Yeah. Oh,
I
I thought this was the other
Focus!
Nah.
I need you all to set up a perimeter to see there's fucking everywhere. Now Lucas is on stage dealing with the problem, but the actual source of it is going to be a little bit more hairy. So
Okay.
I need you to say, for example, quietly take the baseball bat out of the bartender's hand and get her back to work
Okay.
instead of
Mhm.
pummeling the patronage.
Uh-huh.
The guy that she actually beat though, you leave on the floor.
Okay, I know exactly what to do. So they like head off,
They're gonna do everything wrong, aren't they?
Yeah, probably.
and you see Gavin looks at you. We got this covered. Pancake guy kind of tilts his fedora. So they're taking their corners, and you can see they're doing their thing. And third song.
That only leaves party fight.
Yeah.
There's a reason I saved it for last.
Yeah, I know, because I'm looking at the stats.
That too. There's two reasons I saved it for last.
If you pull this off, this is a song that would literally make God weep. Even if God didn't exist, it would force God to manifest, make him weep, and then dissipate him.
And the dice are not so happy. Hold on a second.
Alright.
Okay, so how am I going to do this? Nope. The hell? Where is my? Sometimes the iPad drives me batty.
I've been there. On the receiving end of it. Ups and downs. Twists, turns, it's a wild cul-de-sac. You actually see Jill go over, the bartender's there. Still has the baseball bat, and she's kind of snapping her fingers, and the bartender's looking at her. And she's like, "What do you want?" And the next thing you know, Jill's holding the baseball bat. You're not even sure how she got it.
Oh, yeah. Fine.
Okay, so I have no more magic points left, so I'm just gonna spend one of those.
All right.
I'm gonna go for a reroll.
All right.
And the dice fucking hate me.
Pavlovna. Moving on. The dice hate you.
So fine, I will spend this one on hot-headed blade rocker.
Okay.
And just do a +2, bringing that to a +0. Fuck you, dice. So 5 plus.
Hey, boss brother, good to see you.
Oh hey.
How's that rocking? Ha. Some character.
I can't remember in Fin Fate if you're allowed to share fate points.
Yes, you are.
I don't know how many Charlie's character has, and if that is a possibility, or even if I have anything else to spend it with. No, I don't think I have anything else to spend it with anyways.
Okay, so what number do you got?
5.
Okay, 5. Plus what the song was recorded at. Okay. Okay, so what
So
describe
it's only 12 this time.
describe only legendary. Describe what it looks like when you guys pull this final song together as your finale.
Well, this one kind of starts fast and just stays fast. It's energetic.
Okay, so this is basically the song.
This is the anthem one.
This is the anthem one. This is the one that when they do Deadpool 6 that they will want to score as the fight scene music when it eventually comes to it, which was infinitely better than Deadpool 5 by a long shot. They got Ryan Reynolds back for 6.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, okay, so people start picking up again, and the energy starts flowing up again. But here's the weird thing: it's not that angry, hostile rage that you're seeing with the mosh pit and people like smashing things and setting each other on fire. And like, it's really that kind of really we're here to have a big fucking party kind of energy. It's that positive, energetic energy. You're seeing the last of the nodes and the threads dissipate one after another. There's a couple people see there's kind of in the back, but for the most part, the crowd is bouncing up and down.
Shit. I forgot we had an extra magic point.
To like,
Can I just swap the magic point for one of my fate points?
yeah, you can absolutely.
But yeah.
As that's going on, you're the threads are breaking. You see the seethers beginning to kind of dissipate for the most part. The ones on stage with the double hedgehog, they're like turning. You can see those bodies convulse, and you can hear the breaking of bones as the band members, their limbs are beginning to twist and to kind of extend as the jaws kind of lower down, and they zero in on you at this point in time. And that's when the big guy kind of stands up. You know, you can hear this neck kind of snap, and the head twists as the skull splits open, and you see another pair of eyes kind of come out. And as he takes a couple steps forward, you can see the full snout of the hedgehog come to you, and he just kind of reaches back from like his jacket and pulls out this great big hook, and he just releases this bellow. And at this point in the moment,
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of denarians, I'll get to that. There is actually a movie. It hasn't dropped yet, but it's called 30 Coins. I'm looking forward to it. It's a Spanish horror movie, but based on kind of the same thing. In the Dresden Files, Denarian is one of the fallen angels that latched onto one of the effectively the 30 pieces of silver that Judas was given to betray Christ.
Yeah.
In order to, you know that scene where Jesus kind of turned a bunch of demons into sheep and just kind of let them in the ocean and had them drown? There were 30.
Pigs.
Yeah, there were 30 of them.
Yeah.
That escaped by binding themselves to
Okay.
each coin. And if you pick one up, it's part of you now.
Okay. So.
Okay.
So at this point, you see him snarling, and he's figured out it's you. So good news, bad news. Good news is, thanks to Pancake Guy, Jill in the back there, she kind of looks over to Gavin. Gavin gives her a nod. He looks to you, and he's giving you a nod, and you've got no idea what this nod means.
Right.
And he gives you thumbs up, and you can see him giving a thumbs up to Jill, and she's like, got it, sticks up her arm, and hits all the watches one after another, after another, after another. And that's when the people bouncing start to slow down, and some of them are in mid-air frozen. And you can see the fire kind of in the trash cans that got tipped over, and the flames are like slowing. It's just like somebody's just put pause on a VCR.
All right then.
And eventually, the only people who are moving are the two of them, your band, you, Moxie, and the Devil's Hedgehog. Not the band, but him.
All right then. Good.
Everybody else is frozen, which means you've just got an auditorium filled with a lot of innocent bystanders.
Okay then.
But good news, nobody's comatose. Nobody's actually dead from, your music this time. And more importantly, you've kind of put a bit of a freeze on things. So right now, definitely getting a fate point back. But you have a big threat. You have a 7-foot-tall, bloodthirsty abomination that has no problem carving people's faces off, and you just disrupted the feast that it had planned for this afternoon. It's hungry.
Ah. Yeah. Hate it when it happens to someone you know. So I'm going to, because he's zeroed in on Lucas, I'm going to be the best friend and use Lucas's bait. And I'm going to go I'm going to go up into the rafters to get above him. So
Okay.
in around where the crew, like the crew platform.
All right, give me an athletics roll for that one.
It's a ladder.
Oh, I thought you said up the scaffold.
Yeah, there's a ladder.
Scaffolding's a ladder.
And a ladder and staircases because
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Unions.
Okay, so you're running up there.
So yeah, effectively that'll be my. I'm gonna try and move into position so I can get above it. It'll take an athletics to get down again because I plan on dropping.
Okay, then
But-
are you trying to do this without him seeing you?
No, I'm just running up because
Trying to
he's
quickly
zeroed
look.
in. He's zeroed in on the
You're-
person
you're-
who's specifically taking his food away.
You're doing the I'm late for a bus run.
Yes.
I'll be right there.
Devil's Hedgehog, the band, the Devil's Hedgehog, the breakfast cereal, Devil's Hedgehog, the flamethrower.
Merchandising opportunities are endless. Yeah, they really are. So this thing just turns to you. You can feel the vibrations through the floor, but you can see how thick those muscles are. It arcs back. It's got its hook, and it's taking a swing at you.
I dodge. I dodge, you dodge, dodge, dodge.
All right, you dodge. Roll for it.
fate points to spin. Athletics, a 4 minus 2, so 2.
Okay, give me a moment.
I'm not happy with these dice right now.
So you got 2.
They were good until it mattered.
Okay, so he comes charging at you. He tries to backhand you. You're able to sidestep it. He brings the cleaver down.
Oh.
You're able to dodge out of the way of the cleaver. He just narrowly misses you and carves a huge gash in the floor. Kind of pulls it back, ripping up lumber. And you just kind of stand up, and as you do, he kind of spins around. And as he does, you actually get caught with the thick chain that's wrapped around his belt, hits you across the jaw, and knocks you into the wall. You got 2, so you're taking 2 points of physical damage on that.
Ugh.
Zed is taking 2 points of physical.
Wait, what? AoE, okay.
Yeah, Magnus just took 3, and Raven took 2. Yeah, so when he turned around, that chain, it didn't just, it's not like a singular attack, it just whipped across, and he caught all of you with it. You hear Jill yell at you. She sees what's going on, and you can hear her mouthing something. You can't hear her because of the fight, but you can lip read it well enough, and it's effectively, I'm out of watches.
Okay.
She kind of used everything too,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, and Gavin's like,
get to cover.
yeah. Good news. You guys can choose who gets to go first. You just saw this thing take 3 swipes at Lucas, and the chain knocked everybody down pretty hard. Like, it's a big, thick.
Is there any magic left to screw up at this point?
Yeah. When you say, is there any magic specifically, what are you? You've shut down the spell work. Like, he's not feeding off of people. He's very big, he's very angry, and he's very hungry. Roll a notice roll for me. Or lore. I'll let you pick.
Notice is better.
Alright. I'll also let. What's that?
-2 on the dice, but hold on a second.
I'll let Charlie roll it.
3. Keep rolling this here.
Okay.
1.
1. You do not get this. Just like Jello, there's always room for magical fuckery. To be fair, I love Jello. It's delicious and not fattening, and yes, magical fuckery is along with the baby cyborgs. Yes, you got this. You're like, your brain's kind of twitching in weird ways, and you're like, hang on. Net's down. Everyone's frozen. He should be frozen. What gives? Like he's drawing power from something, and that's when you see it. You see that the trophies on the back are actually fueling him. This is where he's, and as he was charging, you missed the first couple. You could actually see the faces and the aims and the clockwork bird start to glow just a little bit brighter. He's tapping into them as power sources.
Okay.
That's what you see. You don't know that.
I am completely oblivious. I still haven't even seen the aims yet. Unless you tell me otherwise, because Charlie's the only one who got that earlier.
Yep.
To be fair, you were busy with your set.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid.
So as I'm running up the stairs, I'm just gonna be like, power chord the bitch!
I think this means you want me to go first.
Or whenever, doesn't matter, doesn't bother me.
As you're saying this, the hedgehog sees you, grabs like the nearest bystander, throws it at you.
Not his turn.
You're right, it's not. Shakes its fist angrily at
There
you.
you go.
So now that you know what its next move will be.
So the thing I did to so this thing is not a seether. It's some weird hedgehog beast that is.
Are you
Human
telling
size?
him or me?
The way
I, Mariah,
Yeah.
am talking and thinking out loud.
Okay, go for it.
the way that I've pictured it in my head, and the way that I've reasoned it through, is that this is a guy who got a seether attached to him, and instead of moving on, the seether was just like,
Yeah.
"You have a lot of issues. I can be here a while," and just got comfy.
Very, very comfy. No, but what I'm trying to does it? What I'm trying to figure out is the thing I did with the seether. Like, is there any point in doing that? Is there anything left to, like, if I calm him, does that actually even do shit?
Well, you did see what you were doing to the crowd was negatively affecting them.
Mm-hmm. But I can't see. I haven't noticed where the.
Well, no, but you notice that your music does affect seethers,
Mm-hmm.
and it did.
Yeah, but he's not a. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, do I have an idea about that? The answer to that.
Give me a moment. I'm actually looking at.
So, while you're thinking about that,
Uh,
I'm just gonna stab him.
Okay.
Like I'm just gonna jump down with the aim and shank him with the spear.
Okay.
I want to specifically be aiming for the seether on his back,
Yeah.
which should not be difficult because it's another body.
Okay, I got an idea.
Okay.
I'm actually going to go ahead of you.
Okay.
So he's already focused on me.
Yeah.
So I'm actually, my goal right now is actually to kind of, not necessarily anger, but definitely draw his attention.
Okay.
I don't want him paying attention to Declan right now.
Okay.
The idea
I
being
like this plan.
The idea being to set up an advantage to help you out.
Okay.
And I want to do that with the music. So if I can start tearing down any other magic food sources or just otherwise being more noticeable.
Okay. First of all, can I get you to roll for investigate?
Investigate.
Yeah, investigate.
Oh boy. I'm pretty sure that's just a no, but let me double check.
That looks like a no.
It does. I'm pretty sure my investigate's not even on the sheet.
No,
yeah,
it's
no,
not.
that's a no.
Okay, then yes, you can go and you can try to set up an ask.
Neutral. 5.
5. That'll do it. So how are you singing it? Are you playing music, sitting on a power chord? Like how are you attracting its attention? Are you humming or what magical shenanigans are you doing right now?
Well, you said I've basically torn down all what I consider the magic food source. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to essentially be obnoxious and
Okay.
with magic. And I'm using it as a subliminal intrusion thing to kind of.
So from your perspective, you're using your magic to muck about with him and irritate him and get him to focus on you.
Draw attention, yeah.
From his perspective, he's looking at you. And every time he looks at you, he starts getting a little twinge of a migraine in the back of the head, and he does not like it.
It's not even like a really catchy tune either. It's just like, you are a no talent piece of shit.
This is the song that won't end, even when you try. So he's fixated on you. Congratulations.
Woo.
So he's coming after you now. All right, go for it.
So, was there a raise on that, by the way?
There was a raise on that.
Right, you have
Plus 2.
then.
Knowing chaotic, often smelly and destructive. Attracted to interesting characters with a vast quantity of issues.
Okay, so I rolled a 2 on my athletics.
Okay.
To kind of drop and
Drop and change?
Yeah.
Well, it's more Well, the athletics was to drop. Now I'm going to roll fight. Because I rolled a 2, so hopefully I didn't die just from the fall.
Okay,
And
so
then fighting.
to clarify, you're jumping, ready to stab him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
With a spear.
Okay.
So it's not like.
Okay. So roll for your fight.
Yeah, I better be re-rolling now.
Well, you've got 2 boosts. You've got 2.
It was a -3.
Yeah, you've still got 2 boosts. Can you use those for rerolls? I'm pretty sure you can.
Boosts you can't.
Well, it's not a boost. It was an actual aspect with 2
That's my
spends on it.
What do you
So, well, again, I rolled a 0, so my fight is 3.
Okay.
And I have 2 boosts, so that's 5, 7.
Okay.
I also have the death touch thing.
Yeah. Okay. So
Does the aim have a weapons like a weapons bonus, like a
I
damage bonus?
believe you have to buy that.
You would have to buy it. Fate's kind of
Iffy on that.
weird on that sort of thing.
So good news. So you do that very heroic
But you have
comic book leap, and if this is the kind of thing where the kid reading the big volume, flips the page and there's a 1-page spread lithograph style of Declan in midair, and I wish I could say it looks like it could either be a warrior scream or what the fuck am I doing? It's got that
Probably a little mixture of both.
Yeah, it could be.
It's probably there's probably like no sound until about midway through the leap, and it's just gonna be like. Fuck.
It looks like a barbarian scream until you realize he may be screaming this is a bad idea. Yeah. So he kind of flips over to the lithograph and you see this beautiful, the camera's looking up at you. You've got the spear jutting down. You see the corner of the devil's hedgehog. It's got the idea that something's up. You land right on the back of its neck and you drive it straight through and it kind of comes out the chest. You're holding on to it. You're like, nail the fucker. And that's when the head kind of turns around and looks directly at you.
This isn't where I parked my car.
Snorts. And you see the one hand kind of coming up to reach at you. Kind of gropes for the head, you dodge out of the way, gropes at the other head. And it's staggering from side to side, but it's still hanging on. And you're hanging onto the spear. And it's just kind of stumbling over, and it's kind of waving with the hook, and you hear.
I have no feet and pouches everywhere.
Where did you get the trench coat?
I don't
Where did the
fucking
pouches
know.
come with the trench coat? Where did the fedora? Why does your fedora have a pocket?
Why are your hands in your pocket as you jump with the spear?
Because I want it to be. Wind shear is a thing.
So I need an athletics roll off of you because you are on top of a very big bronco right now.
With your hands in your pocket.
Apparently. That's okay. I have something in one of my pouches. 1.
All right. So you're taking 3 points of physical. He does the one classic move where the little guy's on the big guy's back, where he does the runs back to the nearest brick wall, trying to use it to crush you. Hits you the one time, takes a step back, you're still there. Does it again. You notice something. Every time he does that, he's driving the spear through him a little bit more. And
it already came out, so.
No, it drove through. It's still there. He's been holding on to it. And the other thing is, you're starting to lose sensation in your back.
Yeah.
So the third time, you can actually feel the walls start to give way under the pressure of you getting cracked under it. But fortunately, when he steps, this time you kind of fall off, and he kind of fixates back on Lucas. You see him. You see Declan drop behind, but you see the hedgehog, and he's just coming towards you very slowly. The one arm isn't moving. There's blood coming down the back and through the chest. You also noticed that as he was going away, that both of the aims fell off, and he just seems to be. You see that trickle of blood is turning more into a river, and it's just thick and rancid, and you can smells like old oil, and he's like forcing himself to lurch towards you, and he's pulling up that hook, and he's just like.
Okay.
For my next impression, Vlad Tepish.
This is another comment I don't get.
Dracula.
Ah.
Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah. lie here for a while. I can't
Let's
do
go.
that.
We're here for this. Take the faces off. Just draw straight from it.
And he's got the big
my back
meat
hurts
hook.
so
He's
very
coming
much.
at you. What do you do?
Um,
Actually, it's his turn. He gets a strike in this.
He just did that thing to me. How is it his turn?
No, you're right. He did the thing to you. Good point.
Made me
Good
part of the wall. I'm now almost there. I have a butt groove in the wall now. If I can figure out how to sit in it, it'll be very comfy.
In Russia, butt groove in you. Okay, so
I mean-
so what are you doing? Because this guy is coming at you.
so question.
Yeah.
Do the NPCs get to do anything?
No, they don't. What do you? Jill throws time for you. Gavin's power, as far as you know, is to wear a fedora to public events.
I meant
The
my
rest
band.
of your band took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points of damage collectively.
Sorry, botch broke me. Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
To recap a night show, this is Declan jumping off of the scaffolding. This is Declan landing on the Devil's Hedgehog. This is Declan smiling as the spear goes through. Next slide. Uh-oh, something's up. This is like...
Uh-oh.
Surprise! This is a picture of the wall before, a wall during, a wall after. Notice the absence of the wall in the after picture. Oh, what's that Declan is sporting on the floor? It's the wall.
Hey. Do Wonderwall. Fuck.
What a whale.
So I hate to say this, you're kind of on your own. But if there's any consolation, Moxie's looking at you with his arms crossed. He's giving you that nod. You see him reach in his pocket, holds out his fist, does something he's never done to you before in your life. Thumbs up.
You can help.
And he looks at you. I am helping. I set this all up. It's going according to plan. My master plan, which you're a part of. Now stop planning and master it. Don't you counting crows me, Lucas.
What?
So, go over. Wait.
So
He's wearing a spear through his torso at this point.
yeah, you're also like stuck in a wall.
I'm not stuck in
He's
the
on the
wall. I am
floor.
on the floor, slowly picking myself up.
Okay,
I'm
so-
not out yet. I'm just in pain.
Okay, so you're dripping out of the wall. Got it.
I'm not dripping. I dropped out of the wall. Thanks.
All right, so I am going to
Uh-huh.
go for it.
Just jerking out.
Go for it.
So I'm actually going to go for like energizing, rousing, helping. I'm giving you an assist.
All right. Thank you very much.
I'll let you do the fighting for me.
You can do it.
Hey, Declan, I learned this from Moxie. Does that help? No, that's worthless to me. Why would you do that? I can taste my spleen.
Okay, so I rolled a -1, so you got a 4 on that.
Okay. Instead of being like, you can do it, it's like, you can do it. Hey, hello. I'm here right now.
I mean, you're looking pretty rough.
It's freaking Lucas. I believe in you. That sounded so convincing. I think he bought it.
I believe in you. Could you do that when you're not tweeting?
You got this.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Oh, hey, look, Biden's president. That's good.
I'm gonna go
I guess
over.
that means we're done with the Cheeto jokes.
Yeah.
No.
Moving on.
Since I now know where my spear is. That's fine. I'm just gonna go over and grab the faces on his coat and tear them off.
All right. Give me a fight roll.
All right. And you gave me a thingy.
Was that with the raise?
Yep.
Yep, so 2 of them then.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So like face. Roast.
Okay, so you run up there. Well, it's not really a lump. It's like two seniors chasing each other. he's staggering towards you.
In the immortal words of Don Rickles, it's like a Jewish guy going after the elevator. Like, hold the elevator.
So you're. Excuse me for a moment. Just you give chase, so to speak. You're able to force yourself out. You feel a little more energy kind of coming from the song. Not a lot, but some. And you're like, come here. Grab both hands. You pull them back. The hands make that, the faces make that ripping sound as you kind of develcro them off of his back. And as you pull them out, the thin kind of spinal column attached to the back of it kind of comes pulling out. It's sort of like when you've got like a garden hose that's been buried and you pull it out and you see where it's really been all this time. And you hear that sound of like wet tissue paper as the zigzags kind of spray out with those dual spinal things. And you kind of pull it down. And at this point you realize you pull like this spider web network of like micro bone out of his back. The bone is actually attached to the items which he's physically draining, but you severed that connection from those. So you kind of disemboweled him a little bit from behind when you did that.
I really don't mind. I was trying to impale him.
He disembacked, yeah.
I was trying to impale him before, so I'm not.
And that's when he kind of drops to his knees and he lets out this guttural howl. And it's just like...
Sweetie, that sounds like a choke.
Yeah, I know, but I can't do a guttural howl.
Also, you know.
Death rolls. He kind of starts hugging his knees and curling up into a ball. And you get the smell of like rotting fish wrapped up in like sewage kind of emanating from this mass of where he was. About a moment later, there is this thick, heavy, leather studded coat and just a pool of liquid stain where he used to be.
Taking my spear.
Moxie kind of comes over and he's like motioning you away from the coat.
Where the hell have you been?
It's like, I'm doing my part.
Which was?
Take the coat. You can't touch it. You'll become like that thing.
That's what fire's for.
He's like, oh, young Padawan, there's something you don't understand about the Force. Well, you may have potential and be like the Luke Skywalker or the Rey or the Jean-Luc Picard. He's like, and he pulls it
The
up.
use of Padawan implies you're teaching something.
I don't even have the
I am.
corrected.
Watch and learn. The right tools for the right job. And he pairs out a pair of monogrammed white leather gloves, puts them on, picks up the coat, kind of folds it over, making sure it doesn't touch his skin, and kind of walks it back to one of the big trunks where they keep the band gear, stuffs it in, and lashes it down.
Hey, I'll put that on my shit!
Sacrifices have to be made, Lucas. You will understand this one day. One day, you will thank me for this. You will come out, you will see the sun, you will smell the air, you will hear the birds,
That's great.
and
What
you
are we
will
doing
know
about
this
that?
will be a day that Moxie gave to you, and you will rejoice because Moxie came into your life.
What do we do with them? And I'll just point to the rest of his band.
They're kind of... I'll take care of that. And he kind of goes over and he's like, takes out his cane, kind of pokes him a little bit. To begin, they're dead.
Huh, right there.
And then he takes out he takes out the cigarette case.
Okay, we're talking about the hedgehogs,
Yeah,
right?
he takes out the cigarette case, which kind of also has a picture of his face on it. He takes out one of the kind of cigarillos he gets. He breaks it in half and starts sprinkling what you think is tobacco, but you're not sure. But when it kind of drops on them, it turns into like aphids and it starts digesting the bodies.
Huh.
So after about 20 minutes of this, the bodies are just like these small mountains of aphids, and he just kind of shoos them away. steps on them and kind of like kicks at them, and eventually they kind of scatter, just leaving the bones behind.
Yeah.
Aphids.
That is not what aphids normally do.
Right. Well, thanks much. I'll get off stage.
That's not what aphids normally do. How about a little bit? Thank you, Moxie. No, 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 no. Don't say a word. Your silence is all the praise I need. Well, I hope you've all learned. I hope you both learned an important lesson. My work here is done, and just remember that sometimes when you believe in yourself and the power of music, with a little bit of pixie dust,
The only lesson I learned is that
anything
you're
you dream
useless.
of can be accomplished.
Right, guys, you're gonna have to pick up your last song from about halfway through. I'll just point at the crowd. They're about, I think they're about halfway through. What are you switching to me for? You won the two greatest words in the English language. Walk off stage going, default, default, default.
No, because they finished their set, so no, I'm not defaulting, and that is not a great win.
I'm terribly sorry. How is that not a win?
So it's not a great win.
Are these always like this? It's a polite thing. Just let them. Don't comment.
Jill?
These are different ways than I was.
Jill, Gavin,
Mm-hmm.
you did a wonderful job. Thanks much.
Thank
Do
you.
you want to let everyone go from your time loop there?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Gavin, how do we do that? It's the one on the left. Oh, right.
But
So she fiddles with the washes, and everybody goes back to having a party and just like, hey, yeah, woo, why are the lights on? Are you playing your music or no?
no, because we finished the song
Okay.
before
Okay.
we started
So-
attacking.
So they kind of,
Thank you, everyone. You've been a great crowd.
oh, we love you.
See you around too.
All right, so,
Not to sound cocky, but I'm pretty sure we won.
this or the other band is dead. So you guys head off. The Roses kind of, the Roses specifically, Jill and them kind of, hang back and do whatever it is that they were going to do, kind of smooth things out. That's where their specialty is. So you took care of the Devil's Hedgehog. That is officially dead. And where are you guys headed now?
Actually, I'm gonna be like to the roses. So, ran into one of yours. What the heck? What is this?
The Rose Tattoo. Because you're an ambassador.
A what?
You've received the favor of the court, which means that you are welcome in our court. Provided business, not just that, like, hang out and eat our food and drink our booze. Jill, well, we had that one guy from the Amber Topaz. I know, but it's like it just means that you are welcome in Rose territory, and when you come to Rose territory, we won't hassle you. We will give you the respect as a visiting dignitary. And it means that we will take what you say seriously without running through proper protocols, because you now are proper protocols. And if Roses need to speak to a Blade officially, you're one of those contact people. And if a Blade needs to speak to a Rose officially, you are still one of those. You must have worked really hard for that. We just do not give those out lightly. It's like, how did you pass
Okay,
the
it started
exams?
off sounding good, and then it went downhill.
No, it's up, because you're a Blade, but you get Rose perks. Yeah.
I'll be wrapping up the aims
Yeah.
from that guy. I'll just put it in a cloth or something.
So, okay, so yeah, you definitely find that. There's tons of band stuff around, like tarps and this kind of thing. So,
I have enough shit to do with my own court.
well, if you didn't want to be an ambassador, then you shouldn't have tried. You shouldn't have applied to be an ambassador.
I did not apply.
You got a tattoo. You must have done something. Did you take the exams?
No.
Okay. Did you defeat a high-ranking Rose member in one-to-one combat?
No.
Did you do something heroic in order to save the Rose Court that was noticed by a distinguished member of said court? I don't hear a no. I know I don't hear a no either. Do you think it's that one? I don't know.
I suppose it could look like that.
That's definitely not a no. Oh, I know that is not a no. So two no's make a yes.
that works.
Alright.
All right.
I'm gonna find who he's going to.
Also, why? Wait, if that's the case, why am I the only one with one?
Well,
Declan should too.
I've noticed something about. I've only met you once before this, so I'm just going to point this out, and I mean no disrespect. You often shriek, "No, this is not how things work," but we're nightmares that are aligned with the Fae, and we're specialized in making things that shouldn't be. You know
Saying
this.
no twice does not mean yes.
Nope, not dealing with it. I'm out of this, and they kind of head off.
Just gonna go collect the remnants of my band.
Well, about time we hit the old dusty trail. I'm gonna go find out who these belong to and see about returning them.
Okay. So where are you headed, Declan?
Oh, the bar where I met up with what's her face last time? The
Crowbar?
yes.
Fox?
Yeah, no, well, no, not Fox. The why can I never the honor guard, that one. Because she
Okay.
Okay.
frequents it.
If we're going to the crowbar, that's definitely a good place where we would go afterwards.
Okay. So it's gonna take you probably about 90 minutes to make it there. Um, Mainly because that just mortal traffic, taking car, whatever. A lot of checkpoints. Police are patrolling. Are people wearing their masks? There's been like several more outbreaks at various restaurants and high-end dining facilities.
I would like to point out that the quote marks and everything is only for within the game.
Yeah.
No, we definitely believe the pandemic's real.
The pandemic we're talking about is not the one we're facing here in the real world. It's that the Queen of Dolls is laying claim to her territory and going after high-ranking members of the city and reducing them up to a puppet-like state. But from a mortal's perspective, people spontaneously suffer from glaucoma and then go comatose. So people are now wearing masks. There's been a health advisory issued multiple times. The mayor is on top of this. They're talking about a curfew. They're also talking about closing like a lot of bars and clubs and restaurants.
There was also the Seether outbreak, so it looked like
Rage virus.
yeah, it looked like 28 days later.
Yeah, and so people like officially the media is blaming gang violence for that at the same time a pandemic is going on, and also a lot of missing people cases are starting to crop up spontaneously. So you guys eventually make it, and the crowbar is there. You guys get there, and honestly, despite everything, it's fairly well populated. You see a couple nightmares you recognize from court. You see, believe it or not, you see Lewis is there. He's not there with Roy. He's kind of on his own drinking. You see Lewis. You see one you've met before, Natasha. She actually lives just down the road from you guys. You haven't really interacted, but it's sort of like a hey neighbor kind of thing. You don't see Magnus, and Magnus doesn't join you for this, but for the rest of it, it's just fairly kind of local blades. You've seen it's kind of the thing where you've seen them in passing, but nobody you like really know. But for the most part, it's still a lot of carousing. Everybody seems to be really kind of just nursing their beers and very quiet.
Do I see any ranking officials?
Not right now. Actually, no. Roll for contacts.
1.
You do not, per se. Brian, can you please pass me the Nightmares book underneath your dice tray. I don't want to shove that over.
Yeah, fair enough. There you go.
You don't see any high-ranking officials. However, there is one person you are going to bump into. Maybe. If I can find the
You
right
can find
thing.
them?
Yep, got it. That's the page. And... you see one individual, and he's very thin, like he's probably about 6 foot, maybe 180 pounds if you were mortal. White skin, not white Caucasian, but white like snow.
Yeah.
And he's got hair, it's just like crystal, like thick long hair that's pulled kind of into like a Viking braid at the end, and he's got the woad tattoos, no facial hair, and he's wearing a very simple black tunic and kind of trousers that you would think like maybe turn of the century, and kind of like woodsman boots. He kind of looks like a, if you didn't know better, if you imagined a night elf in this day and age, kind of sort of like that.
Yeah.
And he's just there, and he's got like a lead goblet, glass of wine, looks at you, gives you a nod. You know he's somebody. You don't know who he is, but he carries himself like somebody.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to him now.
Mm.
Oh, Declan Street.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Strange. I've seen you here before.
Yeah, I've been here a couple times.
Yes. So, tell me, what deeds have you done that I should know who you are?
Well,
Or care.
you're one of those. Fantastic. Devil's Hedgehog is now dead.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
Mm.
And then I'm trying to find this. He was a trophy taker, and I just kind of unfold the band tee that I put the names in, or the names in, and I'm trying to find who these belong to, this sort of thing. You look like a man in the know.
I actually am a person who could help you with that. And he kind of looks over them. Yeah? Please, Mr. Street, have a seat.
Thanks.
He said, another for my friend here.
So while Declan's doing this, I'm
who slew the devil's hedgehog. And it just kind of reverberates throughout the entire
and
bar.
I get back off the table and glare at you.
And everyone just kind of stands up and kind of looks over, and he kind of gives them a nod, and you hear, it's not like maybe one or two people are clapping, and that's when you hear the flagons and the mugs all pounding against the table.
Lucas have two's there too.
Yeah. You know, so it kind of does boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
boom,
you're
boom,
terrible
boom.
at it.
Ah, boom, boom, boom. And eventually it simmers down.
Okay, at which point I actually launch into, like, essentially storytelling.
Okay. Roll for your,
Doing a proper boast about it.
okay, roll for your performance.
Jokes on everyone.
It's not my specialty, I only got a 4.
I
can I take these?
These are
Yes.
sharp.
How many dots in charisma do you have? What? What is that? No, your character sheet. What kind of idiot? No, we're not going down this tangent. Damn you, Bob's brother! Alright, you were saying? What'd you get?
4.
Alright.
It's not my specialty, but, it's still a performance.
You make a really good boss. You get up there, and you're kind of you're like, listen the fuck up, motherfuckers, I'm gonna tell you a fucking story. And it goes as little something like this. Ba-bang. And you kind of go into it, and you kind of finish off. Let me tell you about a joke about the devil's hedgehog. It don't talk no more. It ain't getting choked no more. The end. And so people are kind of. Just trust me, it's funny. And that is when this other blade gets up on the table. Leather pants, black top, bone knit belt. Got a pair of daggers, not aims, but silver daggers there. The reason you know it's not this person's aim is because it's because her aim is a two-handed broadsword strapped to her back.
Right then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll contact, see if I know who this person is.
Long, thick braided hair. And the braids end in basically grooved metal studs, and you can see the makeup, and the makeup is meticulous. Okay, roll for. Do you want to roll for your lord?
The makeup.
The makeup.
Are we gonna have? What kind of
Sephora kind of makeup.
Okay. Pretty makeup.
Yeah.
So I got a plus one. So I think my contacts I got a 2.
Okay.
Yeah, 2.
2. You don't know her name, but you did see her a couple of times. You saw a couple times with Moxie. One of those times was after a pretty savage. Oh God, brain. The dogs, scrounge hounds. There was a scrounge hound pack that had been terrorizing a local neighborhood. They had gotten in the way of the gang. They were in the middle of devouring mortals, and effectively, you
Oh, great, smart scrounge hounds.
you heard her. You basically saw her after the fact, and rumor has it she single-handedly took down that pack herself. You know she knows Moxie, and they don't seem to be on the best of terms. They weren't screaming at each other, but when Moxie's angry, Moxie goes from hey, look who it is, and so it's Tabitha. I didn't see your group worked out for it. So,
but if you're here, who's
guarding
Hades?
Hades? They've got that kind of relationship. And she gets up there. And what was your role on the boast?
On the boast?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck if I know.
Okay. So she gets up there and she does her event, but she's.
It's like, look, she's intimidating, but she doesn't hold a candle to Granny O'Connell. That old bitch killed the court of serpents by literally knitting their guts into garters. Her fucking aim is a pair of knitting needles.
She's now a character. Thank you. Oh
God, what a way to go.
So she gets up on the table.
I hope she killed them.
And she's like, listen up.
I don't think they would technically meet the requirement.
She's like, I may have not taken down the devil's hedgehog, and everyone's like, whoa! But I've taken down 2 packs of scrounge hounds. They're like, yeah. And I was there for the war with the roses. Who is the one who found the Duke of Hearts? And she's like, and then shadow goes up. Who was the one who stood with the Thanes against the Battle of the Water Lake? And the cheers are going up. And I've been around longer than Lucas has been around, but Lucas is making a great impression. I'm glad that he helped Declan kill the devil's hedgehog.
And this has nothing to do with their animosity toward Moxie, right?
She's like, anyone who's met Moxie has animosity towards Moxie. Am I right? And she's getting guffaws and laughter.
Fair. Give the woman a drink. Fucking fair.
And she's
Meanwhile, across town, Moxie, someone's talking about.
It's not flattering. But she says, I'll do one better. I'm issuing a challenge to Lucas, child of Moxie. The next person to remove a member of this rumored lunar council. And she's like, what are fair stakes? What are fair stakes? And they're like, okay. Loser does the winner's housework for a year. That's a mortal year. That is not a fey year. Just clarifying that.
You get that free, people.
No, it's like specific. It's mortal calendar time. Oh, we want it.
Housework?
Okay, fine. My motorcycle. And that's when everybody picks up. Now, you don't know what her motorcycle is, but it sounds like the stakes just got interesting.
Specs, please. Because honestly, if we go outside and it's a fucking scooter, I'm not going to be interested.
You will find out later after the fact that this thing is enchanted to the guilds. It was actually a gift from a member of the Briar Topaz that she rescued, which is a court affiliated. So this thing is literally, it's not an iron horse, because it's not iron. It is, though, liquid diamond.
Just,
And to mortals, it looks like a 1962 vintage Harley that's been restored. To the Fae, it is a stallion that is made out of liquid moving diamond. Priceless, stunningly beautiful. Don't think of it as a war horse. Think of it more as like if Fabio was a horse. You know.
why is its mane all the... There's not even wind.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing. So she just dropped the bomb, issued you a challenge, and you do have the right to refuse. However, if you do, you're going to look like a chump. Yep.
Devil's Hedgehog, that guy, sounded an awful lot like the guy we were supposed to take out for the deal with Who's Her More What's It Face. With the sickle and everything and the spikes.
The guy, Steven,
Yep.
had hooks.
No. Steven and the Devil's Hedgehog are two different people.
He just had somewhere,
Was Devil's Hedgehog actually a member of the Lunar Council?
Yes. And Declan knows that. And apparently Tabitha knows that. And you might know that now, too.
Excuse me, unidentified broadsword wielding woman. I don't actually know your name.
Tabitha!
Tabitha, darling, sweetheart. Are you sure you absolutely want to make this bet?
She says, I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it.
Right.
Why, you want an old timer?
You kids.
So, she's got kind of around a lot.
Lucas, shake the woman's hand, make it official. Yeah.
I can make my own decisions.
Trust me.
Yeah, did you hear this? Lucas can make his own decisions. And everybody starts kind of laughing a little bit, get murmured kind of thing.
Like, seriously, dude.
Trust me.
I was gonna
Okay,
anyways.
we'll do it then. Make it official. Everyone's getting all antsy.
she's kind of like,
No, just fuck this told me.
and she kind of leans over and extends her hand.
It's kind of funny how you're ignoring the, a member of the Lunar Council that's already been removed, but, shaking her hand. Just generally being sarcastic and snide.
Well, that was the...
She kind of leans in. Oh, handsome. Everybody gets lucky at least once.
Oh, you think that was luck?
Oh, you're with Moxie. I know that was luck, but don't worry.
There is nothing lucky about being stuck with him.
I'm going to crush you like a slug. And just so you know, Ironic Elk is way better. Takes a couple steps back. Kind of
There's a reason they were covering my shit.
And she's just kind of ignoring you at this point and mingling through the crowd, and people are like, yeah, you get the feeling that she's not necessarily well loved, but she makes shit interesting, and it's entertaining. And so your friend kind of turns to you and says, Interesting. Both courageous and interesting. You and Lucas have an interesting dyadic relationship.
Yeah.
He's very abrasive
Yeah.
and ill-mannered.
Yeah.
A little uncouth.
Mm-hmm.
You were charming.
Yeah.
And quite attractive. And I bet you're a hit with the ladies. Flashback to all the seniors who adore you, all the casseroles you've brought, all the lemon meringue pies, the pound cake. Oh.
The old ones, at least.
No, what you did is brave. Tabitha needs to know her place, but in a polite way. I trust you two will give her a run for her money. Though I dare say if I thought I could rob her of that motorcycle, I would have made the bet myself. I hope you two know what you've gotten into.
Wow. Joke's on her, we were going to do it anyway.
He's like, he kind of laughs like with the most British laugh. You can tell this is him just letting loose.
Go easy. You want
Ha.
to blow it all in one joke?
But please, have a drink. It's the least I can do for...
Thanks much.
You're welcome. Now, if you'll excuse me, I value my solitude.
Of course.
Is he taking the aims, or?
Yeah, he's taking the aims.
You can find the where they go.
Most certainly. I will have them in the proper hands by tonight.
Thanks. Cheers.
I see. So, cheers. Puts it down. He kind of leans back, and you know something, he's sitting by himself, and everyone is not bothering him. They're just letting him be him, do his thing. But you kind of get the feeling that
Nice.
everyone's bothering him. Like waiter, like the bartender or whoever will go over and serve him when they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Tabitha is kind of like, leaning and joking with people, and she's kind of eating this off. Like she's for her this is fun,
Yeah.
and you're getting the sense that she's somebody who gets bored easily, is looking for challenge.
Yeah, just go over where everyone's sitting.
Yep.
Sit down. Well, that was a day.
Yeah. So, I wonder how many other ones are left.
Well, I mean,
Looks like you took out,
Rump, sir. I say,
Yeah.
rump.
Yeah, hon, you're way behind. That was way back with the British laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
well, I'll take it this way. Yeah. One less band to worry about. Entirely. A very large portion of the cedar generating aspects has been taken out.
Hopefully all of it.
Wow. Unfortunately, they're not. One of those things I actually genuinely wish that they were collected when you just took out the queen and then just kind of slowly die off. Unfortunately, they're not. Pricks. Anyway.
See, now I'm imagining with like a little peach dress and crown. I love Mario Kart.
But days.
This phone.
Mine. Whose phone is that?
It's yours.
Who is it?
It is Brian from episode 1.
Brian.
Declan.
Yes. Yes, I can hear you. Why are you whispering?
Okay.
Did you shush me on the phone?
I'll be right back. Need your help.
Where are you?
I'm in the night kitchen. Why? Because it's my job. Remember, he was the chef who just sat there. He's like, I'm stuck in the bathroom.
It does not explain why you're whispering.
Because I'm going to die in a toilet.
Okay.
Things got weird.
Got weird?
I came in for my shift, everything was normal. I went into the kitchen because they screwed up an order, it never happens.
Screwed up an order, never happened, right?
The chefs, there was something wrong with their eyes, they weren't moving. I tried to get out of it.
Alright.
Then I got into the lobby, same thing, I couldn't get through the doors. And then the customers were not eating anything.
You might have to speak up to me.
Sorry, the customers weren't eating thing. They were just like frozen and their eyes were all like milky eggshell white.
Alright.
Then I started hearing this laughing. There's this woman here. She is not a nice person.
Okay.
I ducked into the woman's washroom. It was the nearest washroom.
Okay then.
It's also got the boost where you can lock the doors. I think she's gonna find me.
Well, then stay quiet.
Because I'm in a restaurant and no one is eating. This is my hell.
On the way. Hold tight. Alright.
Click.
Bully Babs.
What's with the face?
You remember Brian? Night kitchen.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Queen of Dolls is right.
At the night kitchen?
Yeah. That's what it sounds like anyway.
Phone picks up.
Hello.
Hey! Oh, hey, Declan! How's it going? I'm feeling better. I gotta tell you, whatever
Right.
Lucas and them did, it's starting to work. Yeah,
That's
but
good.
movement's
That's good.
getting back on my one side.
Good to hear.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Hey, thanks so much.
Where's Babs?
Babs is with the Roses right now. Madeline came by and she was invited to a, hang on, I got it written down, official parlay for diplomatic matters. There's apparently there's been some big problems over there. The baby thing,
Yeah.
it damaged one of the vital organs to the tree, one of the root systems.
Oh, good.
So yeah, they're having difficulty getting in and out. So
Okay.
Babs said she'd help them, but it's.
All right then.
She told me to stay here and look after things.
That is a good call.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
fine. I'm fine.
Oh.
Listen.
Oh, hey, listen, whatever you do, don't go downtown. I heard that there was like some kind of gang violence at a concert that went totally out of wire.
Yeah, that was the Battle of the Bands. Devil's Hedgehog was one of the main Caesar things. He's dead now.
The who?
Don't worry about it. It's
Okay.
fine. Anyway, you enjoy your soaps.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
bye.
Oh, hey. When are you gonna be back?
I don't know. Later, maybe?
Okay. If you're swinging by MacDonnell Street, can you go to that Thai place and grab me some chicken?
Or you could just order it. They deliver food, you jackass.
Yeah, well, I don't want to pay 15% gratuity when you'll do it for free. I've only got like $25.
These people are working during a fucking pandemic. You will tip them.
God damn, you don't have to yell, man.
Yes, apparently I do.
I was gonna
Common
share.
decency.
Fine.
Order your food.
Click. There's no social justice messaging in our games whatsoever. And for everyone watching, that was completely unrehearsed. We did that spur of the moment. Pew pew.
Okay, what's my line then?
You can have a fate point.
Yay!
And also, Mariah, you get another fate point for rising to the challenge of Tabitha. That was a very Jane thing to do.
Sit down.
That was in character.
Sorry.
Wait, what?
Go ahead.
So,
You look pissed?
so yeah, Babs is busy.
Okay, so?
Well, she was the one that dealt with it last time, so I gave her a call. She's not, yeah. Well, back time for us to hit the old dusty trail. I'm going. You don't have to. But I just kind of glance over at Tabitha. I'm just saying, she's a member of the Moon Council.
The eyes go up. And it's not the you're fucking with me eyes, it's the oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. She kind of gives you a look.
No, I was doing that to her.
Oh, to her. Okay.
I just like looked at Tabitha and just
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna help.
No,
Don't be a dumbass.
it's rather kind of you. All right, let's go. Raven.
She's
I
like,
don't want to
yeah.
have to do the whole
Cheers.
super job on my own.
Cheers. Sid. Drummer guy. All of you. Really good job. Super good job. Cool.
Thanks.
Rest up.
All right.
Got a good job.
Yeah, we won. Do you think we'll get a contract? I'm pretty sure they'll.
Yeah, you guys will get a contract. I mean, so long as you heal, which means not drinking too much tonight, because wounds. Anyway, I'm sure you figured it out. Bye.
So you get out there.
Did you change your name from Buzzkill?
What? Do you want the contract?
It's not gonna happen on round one.
Well, no, it's not. But it's also not going to happen on round 2 if you're too busy drinking yourselves into a fucking stupor in order to not plan for round 2.
We
You
just.
are not the only one that had a fucking band when you're 20. Alright?
Oh, it's true.
Kids think that's somehow a novelty.
So you get out there, and both of you notice somebody is. You recognize this person. You don't recognize the Porsche, but the Porsche is kind of parked in front of the crowbar, and their feet are on the front dash, and they're having a smoke, and their head is kind of cocked back, and they see the two of you come out, and they kind of like lower the sunglasses. Oh, hey Lucas, hey Declan.
Hi.
It's Fox.
So,
I was looking for the two of you. I heard you might be here after your latest adventure.
yeah. Do you want?
Why?
Because
Oh, right, you still have a crush on him.
it's not a crush. It's an unrequited infatuation.
That would be a crush.
Which he doesn't know he has yet, but he will. He will. You didn't hear anything, darling.
So what's up?
Well, how about...
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously. It's just little pouty emo musician who you're towards. Listen, you guys kind of owe me a favor, I think. I'm not sure how the Blades rock this, but...
Excuse the hell out of you?
Yeah, I knew you would say that. Just cool your tits, sunshine. Rumor had it somebody was going to pay a visit to one of your friends in the hospital. Got wind of said rumor and got your friend out of the hospital. So they did not have a visit paid by them.
That was nice.
Yeah.
That was nice of you to do that out of the kindness of your own heart.
Well,
And was the visit their relatives?
I don't know. I got this. There's the weirdest thing. Okay, I was on my morning jog right before brunch. What? Some of us work out, Lucas.
Whatever.
Okay, and I met this really sweet girl, and she said she had a message from me for you. I think her name was Daisy.
Daffodil?
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, and she pulls out this letter. I was like, yeah, some guy named Steven was going to visit a friend of yours named Mix in the hospital who was in a coma, and that I should do something about it quick, otherwise Mix's name would become Mix Master. I guess the kid thought it was a joke. I don't
That
get
sounds
it.
about right.
That said that you would totally know what we're talking about.
Yep, I do.
You'd be very helpful.
I am
and
very happy.
grateful. And that, yeah, give me the time, the address, the location.
Oh, thank you
And
very
that
much.
if I didn't get the person out by then, they'd probably be boiled in a raw goat? Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Literal.
Whoa. Okay, that's intense. That got dark fast. That
Yeah.
really dark. Yeah. So grab Mix. Safe at got Mix right here, and she pats the back of the trunk. So.
With a comatose friend in a trunk.
Well, yeah.
It's gonna look bad if the cops stop you.
They'll never see. She's fine. Sorry, they're fine.
Right. Fantastic.
No, come on. So she goes through the trunk, you know. Judy, open up! trunk unlashes itself, pops up, and you see that in the trunk is a ladder going down probably about 20 feet.
Ah, alright then.
And it kind of looks like, there's torches kind of out there. And it's like, yeah, she's down there. Go down the ladder. It's the first bedroom on the left,
Neat.
right across from the washrooms.
Fantastic.
I've got her there for a bit.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, we've got, there's a thing.
Okay,
going
but she
on.
can't stay here forever. I mean, like,
I don't want her to stay there and stay in there forever.
okay, so where should I take her?
Uh,
Like, I figured you guys might be around here, so,
our place?
Okay, call this number.
okay, who am I calling?
Her
Right.
brother.
Okay.
Her brother. Actually, she'd probably be safer with that. I fucking dare that man to come to her house.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue, but you were already having a hard time getting hold of Babs.
No, it's fine. We should call Roy. He's there.
Okay. Can he move the chicken house?
Well, no, but we can find out where it is right now. It's currently stationary because Babs ain't in us. So, phone Roy.
Alright. Yeah, listen, I said it's at the corner of Constance, okay?
Okay, so the house is at the corner of Constance.
Constance and what?
Constance and what?
Oh, hey, Declan, I thought you were the driver again.
No, not yet.
He got lost. He thought we were at the old place,
Yeah, no.
which is the same place. Our place moves.
Yeah, I know.
Why don't they have, like, I just have to give them the street number. Why do they get so confused? It's a house with legs. It moves. It's a thing. Get over it.
Because your phone number is linked to their website, which has a certain address plugged into it. So they go to that address.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Lewis! Okay, yeah, alright. What's up? Hey,
Oh,
listen.
I just need to know where you are.
Constance and Maine. By the way, do you want
Constance
any
and
kung pao chicken?
Oh, yeah.
The one with the squirrely bits on the side?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll put it in
I'll,
order.
I'll transfer over some money. Listen, Fox is going to come over with Mix. She's got her in the car.
Okay.
She was going to get hit at the hospital, so she'd probably be safer.
Oh shit, is she okay?
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's still comatose, but she's fine.
They.
Quick question, do we like Mix? Because I know Mix likes Lucas and I know you like Fox, but
Mix.
does,
Okay, so
how does this work?
Let me.
Because
Mix.
I was talking to
Mix like right. Focus.
Mm.
Mix likes Lucas because Lucas touched her face to get her out of the Leviathan bar, which was actually going to eat her.
Oh.
So that broke the connection from the Leviathan bar and made her fixate on Lucas. It has actually nothing to do with any emotions at all.
Well, not really.
Well, I mean, not real ones. And Fox actually has a unrequited affection
Mm-hmm.
to Lucas,
That
who has not
is pretending I
quite
don't know about now.
who has not quite realized that he shares with Fox.
Which
Okay.
is bullshit and untrue.
Okay, that
He's
tracks.
very much in denial.
That tracks. Okay. Yep.
Alright, so she's going to be there. She's going to be a Porsche. Anyway, do you want any Thai combat chicken, that sort of thing?
Makes me gassy.
So no. That's a
No.
We assume that's a no.
Yeah, no.
No, she's good. Alright. So, yeah, we'll be swinging on by at Constance and Maine.
Oh, thanks.
Alright, thanks.
Alright. No worries.
Cheers.
She doesn't look great. Alright. You crazy kids have a great adventure. Hugs and kisses. I'm gonna go swing over Constance and May and drop off your friend
Thank you.
and hang out for a bit.
Cool.
Answering what?
She's going to hang out for a bit.
Oh, okay.
That
Yeah.
boy's there by himself.
So she kind of goes,
I don't wanna do that.
turns the radio on, playing the classic hits, heads off at the Porsche. What are you guys doing now?
It's kind of like watch her pull away.
Declan was in the scat. You can't change my mind.
Just kind of watching the Porsche go away.
Scala's life.
She likes you.
I gathered that from the saying she likes me.
Yeah, you realize that when you're dismissive and sarcastic and snotty to her, that's actually just kind of feeding it, right?
That's not supposed to be. No.
Oh yeah,
No.
that is the you are enabling the chase, sir. Sorry.
Oh, that's sage wisdom for anybody. So now that
Okay,
Charlie's
okay.
apparently looked up my GM notes.
Okay. But the other option is to go along with it, which is just No.
What's wrong with her? She's got everything's proportionate and in the right place. What's wrong with you?
Okay.
She
She does this thing where she opens her mouth and annoying words come out.
Yeah, you do that all the time.
Not when I
People
get feet.
throw themselves at your feet.
That's magic and it's bullshit. And I also do not want to date myself.
Say anything about dating. You genuinely think that she thinks you're Mr. Right? Lucas, I'm sorry, but to her, you're more than likely Mr. Right now.
Yeah, this is off script.
Alright, tell you what.
I'm just walking away from you.
Just walk after. It's like, alright, we gotta go to the kitchen anyway. I'll tell you a limerick. There once was a man from Trent whose cook was so long that it bent. To save him the trouble, he put it in double, and then when he came, he went.
Oh, that's horrible.
You can make that into a song.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, it's been a limerick for like 100 years. I'm almost positive it's public access now.
So we
Just because you're correct does not mean you're right.
Yep. You sound like my mum. Anyway.
So we see the page, the next page being pulled over, and you see it goes from the Devil's Hedgehog to you sitting down lithograph style with the stranger at the bar, and the next page reading along, and you see the words "unrequited love," and it's the backlit picture of you guys kind of walking towards down the street, headed to the night kitchen, making stops, calling people.
So what was that key about? From the roses that you got? There was a key.
Yeah.
I got a tattoo of bullshit and you got a key.
Yeah. Goes through the door.
Well, considering you got the key when we said we would need help dealing with the problem,
Yeah.
might it be useful?
Well, we are currently going to a place that is locked up tighter than a nun's chastity belt. So, I mean, if it's a skeleton key, they're right there.
Okay, so we don't even know what door it's for.
Not really.
Eh. Alright then.
Continue with the rose gift. It was like, here is a cardboard box.
Yeah,
What is it? What do you want it to be? Like, they never answer any questions. They just give you another question and frustrate you so you just walk away with it.
Okay.
It belongs to blah 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 bullshit no one cares about.
This here cardboard box belonged to Napoleon. It was one of the first cardboard boxes in all of creation.
It's actually pretty accurate. So as you guys make your way to the night kitchen, we have that nice kind of segue of, making your way through armed checkpoints, people being, cautious. The radio is like news about, the pandemic, which streets and which areas are cut off, avoid going to restaurants if the schools are open for some reason.
No commentary.
You kind of get off you get off maybe a block before the night kitchen because you don't want people tailing you. And just as you turn the corner, sitting on a park bench, you hear a familiar voice. Oh, Mr. Street! Hello, and your friend Lucas. He kind of twiddles his fingers. He's got strawberry ice cream.
Who is it?
Mordecai, the guy who wanted to hire you to do a hit, and he's just there, minding his own business.
Mordecai.
You remember me, Mr. Street? How are you, Declan?
Not too bad. Not too bad. How have you been?
Oh, it's like things have been busy, really busy. I don't know if you've noticed the city. Things are going to hell in a handbasket.
I did notice.
Big handbasket. Well,
I own the window. I noticed.
Can you believe that they're closing down the restaurants?
Yes, I can.
Oh, and the audacity! I tried to go to the night kitchen again. They wouldn't let me in.
Yeah.
And he's like, I have to settle for this. It is delicious. He's kind of waving around, but it's not the same.
Well, yeah, there's no people in it, right?
I know. It's a letdown, but I mean, it is a fruity color.
True.
I mean, and it does look like a unicorn's horn, but it's not really the same. So, Lucas, I heard you've been making big waves with the musics.
Yes.
All right then. So, Declan, have you thought about my?
So who is? Do I know who this guy is?
You met him at the night kitchen,
Do I know
Mordecai.
anything beyond that?
You know that he tried to hire Declan as
Is he a
a.
bling?
No, you don't know what he is. He never identified his court. He's kind of looking. Did you think
So, yeah.
about my offer, my job, my gigarimi? I mean, like, I've got money, but I've got money. I've got so much money. I got bank accounts filled with the stuff. I got gold bricks. You want women? I can get you women. If you want a women, plural, I can get you that. Or guys, or combinations thereof.
Mordecai, I cannot stress this enough. I am not an assassin.
I don't need an assassin. I need a hitman.
That's
Hit person.
that is-
Politically correct. Sorry. I don't.
not an ass-
I just
am
need you
not
to
that-
hit it.
I am not that either. I am a private investigator.
I know, but I've got money.
I don't care.
Is he always like this? How are you at killing people? I've got mad fat stacks. You look nice and poor. I could make it worth your while. Ice cream?
Okay, why do you want this person dead so badly?
It's kind of client confidentiality.
Then I guess we will just keep walking.
Well, okay, fine. They took something that belongs to one of my other clients, and they kind of want it back.
Okay.
It's just a little thing. We just need them.
Why don't you hire a thief?
Apparently, messages have to be sent. So, just a little bang, bang, brain splatter, pew, pew, and, a couple grand, name your price.
See, this is the problem with hiring a hitman. You're not displaying strength, and you're not sending the right message. All it says to you is that you can totally be stolen from. You just have to be better at hiding it.
Oh, do I really give that vibe? Is it the suit? It's the suit, isn't it?
No, it's the whole hiring a hitman because if something was stolen from you, and then you hire someone to kill the guy that stole it from you, all that's saying is, people steal from me all the bloody time. That is the image.
Oh.
The hitman thing is after the fact.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It seems kind of desperate. I don't mean to throw shade, but
I look desperate?
Well, you don't look desperate. I'm just your client. About hiring a hitman.
Well, that's not good.
Trust me, you want to hire a thief, a very good thief.
Yeah. No, I gotta go think. Excuse me, I'm having a moment.
Yeah, no worries.
I've
Enjoy.
really thought of myself.
Take a good hit. Take a good hit from your strawberry milkshake.
I mean,
That'll-
you said the suit would be okay, and then they wouldn't let me
It's fine.
in the rest.
Oh no, there's a thing going on in there. We're gonna deal with that. It's fine.
I know. I gotta
Hey.
make a phone call. Hey. Yeah, it's me. Listen. I don't want to meet up. I got some thinking to do. Okay. Yeah. No, tomorrow will be fine. Yeah. No, it's closed. I don't know. It's a pandemic or something. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Okay. Love you too. Bye. Okay. Thanks. I appreciate it. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna go. Okay.
You say love you to most of your clients?
No,
All clients?
No, that wasn't my client. But yeah, thanks for making fun of me. I feel like a big man now. Great, yeah, you got it. I'm a loser. I get it. Throws the ice cream down. Just kind of goes off. Yeah.
No, I just thought you were bullshitting us about the client. What?
You were a very abrasive young man. You know that. The guy was clearly having a moment. You just dug the knife in deeper. But come on, let's go see if this key works.
So, you go over to the night kitchen. It's strangely quiet on the outside.
Yeah.
Even with the glamours protecting it, it is very, very quiet.
To be fair, he was having a moment about the fact that maybe killing people wasn't a great idea.
And if his entire life has been built around that being okay, that moment is going to be relatively significant.
So you get to the night kitchen, and the lights are on.
Okay.
You see, you think you see the silhouettes of people. It's hard to see because it's frosted glass. There's a couple windows that aren't frosted, and the door's definitely locked, or at least very stuck.
So, before we go in, what's the game plan here?
Well, I'm pretty sure Queen Adele's in there. So we go in, we stab her a bunch of times. We get Brian, and we leave.
Okay, so primary goal is stab the queen of dolls.
Well, I mean, his primary goal should be getting Brian out because we should probably go in there a little bit heavier-handed against her. But I'm just saying, if she gets in the way, the stabbing commences.
Okay, so primary goal, get Brian out.
Yeah, he's in
stab
the
any stab queen of dolls in the left. Got it.
He's in the women's washroom. It was the closest thing. I did not ask, and quite frankly, to each their own. It's fine. All right. Let's check the door.
It's definitely stuck.
Stuck or locked?
It's stuck.
Oh, it's just not locked.
Stuck. Why
Yeah.
would it be stuck?
I don't know, something done with the worst thing.
I really hope it's not bodies.
It's the night kitchen. Of course it's body. So I just put my hand on the handle.
Okay, I did use a plural.
Okay, give me a little more strength check with this one.
Yeah, okay.
Make some bardic strength.
Maybe.
Let's see, are you do first?
2?
That'll do it.
Yay.
It takes a while. You put your foot up. You kind of heave the muscles. It gives way, and you swing it open. There's like tons, like endless cobwebs, just thick strands. For us, it would be cobwebs, but it's actually strings tying that door not just to like the frame, but to the floor, to the ceiling. You're able to pull it. It makes that ripping sound. You kind of stagger through, and the place is just thick with these strands of, I say cobwebs, they're not cobwebs, but that's kind of the aesthetic. They're covering the floor, they're connecting booths to one another, they're running into the kitchen, you're kind of ducking down, like they block out most of the windows.
The moment I saw cobwebs, I go out, grab a tree branch or something like that, and then take my aim, cut off a section of curtain, wrap it around the tree branch.
Okay, so
because cobwebs.
So you're burning these threads, and when you burn these threads, they turn purple and violet, and they spark up, and they leave a smell sort of like rotting flesh. So you take a step forward. It's like, oh god, okay.
They're magical?
I'm kind of sorry.
Only kind of?
Well, I mean, normally when you twang a spider web, it attracts the spider. If the spider web gets burnt and destroyed, then it can't actually come towards you because the pathway.
So you do the thing as you continue.
Okay, I will not try and disenchant them. I'll let you burn them.
Alright. So you burn the next one. You guys make a little athletics roll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
4?
5.
Okay, so and you guys hear a rumbling directly above you. You both kind of scatter. You kind of leap into the next booth holding up the torch so it doesn't ignite anything. You kind of do a sidestep and kind of push yourself back and roll over a table to shelter yourself. That's when about 6 bodies that were kind of fused to the ceiling. Thud, 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 thud. One after another after another. One's got a horse's head, and you can see the eyes of glaucoma, wearing a very nice business suit. Just kind of hits it, thick muscles, shatters the one table. The other one appears to be more like a rhino, but from the waist down a rhino. The torso is very human, but the head is very rhino-esque with a point. Kind of
goblin?
It looks that way. It's hard to tell because a lot of the flesh has been decomposed. but kind of collapses in. And then a few smaller ones you identify as cooks you remember seeing working in the kitchen when Brian was giving you the tour. And so you've got this pile of bodies. It's just boom, 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 boom.
Just kind of look at you.
Do you think I'd be in a better state if we disenchanted it first?
Even if we disenchanted it, I mean, spiders were eating them. Wrapped up, we just burnt the spiders. You disenchant them, and you'll probably lose the tensile strength, in which case they would come down anyway. I mean, if you disenchant them, it might smell less.
Well, I mean, but what I'm saying, like, it's magical. It's not actual spiders, so I mean, it could be the shock of burning it,
You could give it a go.
but then that might attract a spider.
Hey Todd, how you doing?
This could attract the spider. So I mean,
Fair enough.
your way smells less.
I'm a magic sing at the cobwebs.
Okay, so you're gonna magic sing at the cobwebs?
Yep.
All the cobwebs in the entire
Well, I mean,
in the entire restaurant, or
sound.
in the court? Okay.
Well, let's start with a small localized area to test.
Okay.
Let's see what I'm specifically trying to disenchant them.
Okay, go for it. Are you gonna do like a pop ballad?
Quiet.
Lullaby.
Or like a pop hit, breakaway pop hit, or like a folk number.
So I got a 6.
Okay. So you start to sing. And you see the sparks going off one after another, and it's just like Moses kind of parting the Red Sea. You see just from the hallway where you're at to about 120 feet down towards the end of the restaurant on this one floor, you see it just start to clear, and that wafting perfume of burning skin and air just kind of forms this little small blue cloud kind of clinging to the ceiling. And that's when you guys make notice rolls.
It's 4.
And yet again, my dice said fuck you. 2.
Okay, so you both hear this, and you hear feet running towards you. You can't see where they're coming from, but you can definitely hear something running towards you, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And as it does, you see that the
Muppets.
you see that the sound is coming from this
Woman's washroom?
not woman's washroom, but the guy's got dark hair that's slicked back, and he's like a haggard, like maitre d' kind of suit, and it's Brian, and he is just running at you full speed. He grabs both of your hands, and he's like, "We have to hide. She's around the corner, and the entree's broke free from the basement."
Doors open.
Any kind of
Get Ryan out.
you guys go to the front door, and you find that the front door is not where you thought it was. There is a wall there. You'd swear that is exactly where you came through.
Ryan,
Mm-hmm.
why does the door move?
Security system. In case anything go wrong, the exits and the entrances are always changing to keep people out.
Right. Well, then unfortunately it keeps people in. So
And
keep
not
on.
a.
It's okay. I know this place like the back of my hand. I know where to go.
Calm down.
Okay.
It's a very small area, and we do not have an exit.
Yeah,
So
I know.
chances are, whomever is going around the corner. It's fine. If we're calm, we got a better chance.
Okay, and that's when you hear from down below.
Wish I could speak, and I wish I could speak whale.
It's a massive shark.
So when you said the entree broke out, you meant the kitchen's entrees, not people. Well, the people in the complex.
No, the octo shark. It was supposed to be a main dish. We order them in bulk, and The one started eating the other one when the freezer shut down when both of us went sideways. It's down there. She's somewhere here.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you know what the word flints means?
No.
To carve the meat away from the bone.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the what's her name was talking about that when we were at the culinary school.
Right. And?
She's been doing that with the people here.
Yeah.
Why is that shocking you? That's what you do daily.
Yes, but those are food people, not regular people like us.
You're an idiot if you don't know the difference between that.
Why, thank you, Declan. Those are the nicest things anyone's ever said to me.
Could you get rid of this thing? Not having... Something tells me she could probably move through them and...
Who knows? So yeah, I'll do the disenchant thing and let's go full AoE thing.
It's true.
All people are food. Can we panic now? There is a proper time and place to panic.
It's kind of like that. Well, it's like every restaurant is drive-through if you with sufficient acceleration.
Okay, go for it.
I would like to spend a fate point.
Okay.
I'm a performer, I'm singing, that's really my justification. You assholes! Spending another fucking fate point because I've got another one off based on that.
I believe in you. Roll those dice.
I'm getting different dice. They rolled well at the very beginning when they didn't matter, and they haven't since.
Let's pretend this doesn't matter. It really matters. Shit.
Thank you.
That's a very good roll.
8.
Alright, so you start singing. You kind of feel the magic swell inside, and you kind of feel it, and you just let out these tunes, and you're just belting it. You can feel the music pound out of you, and it's for a moment, it's like you're this Roman candle of musical fire. It just emanates outwards. So instead of like gently burning these spider thread webs that are connecting everything, as they did with the Queen of Dolls, it's sort of more like a sonic boom with you. It just kind of emanates in a perfect sphere. So instead of just clearing out the floor, you've cleared out the restaurant, possibly the neighborhood, and the Earl Grey tea stand across the street. So you do that, it ignites. So it's just literally ash going everywhere.
Beside her.
Yeah.
And that's when you look at Brian. And you notice that Brian is standing motionless, and his skin is turning purple and black. And you realize something, that his skin is actually thread. All of it is thread. His arms, his legs, his face burning away, and then the magic is just washing the threads that have bound what the remains of Brian were. And his skeleton is standing right in front of you with maybe 1 or 2 strings left. And the suit is perfectly unharmed. And the head kind of tilts to one side. He looks at you, and the jaw opens, and you just hear the Queen of Dolls' voice. Curious, I actually thought you were going to fall for it. A friend in need, a friend indeed. Well, that's a laugh. After I went to all this effort. Alas, poor Brian. I knew him well. We'll meet again, Declan. Lucas. I'll see you very soon. And the body kind of collapses in the dust. And you hear a pair of stilettos off in the distance, somewhere in the far end of the restaurant, walking away from you.
I'm gonna gut that bitch.
I went after the stilettos.
Okay.
Well,
Because I'm pissed.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like, I wonder what shoes she's wearing. Okay.
Can I have a fate point, please? Because I suspect this is a very bad idea.
No, it's a terrible idea. And also, you can also have a point, too, for your willingness to go in and help out with the whole that thing. Also, well done on the magic thing as well, so. Okay, so you're going after?
Yep.
Okay. so around the corner we got that montage of you guys like, no, fuck the shit, she's going down. You're running down the alley past the bodies that have collapsed. You make that tight turn. You can see where a couple of the trays for sorting dishes have been pulled down. Both of you leap over in tandem, and you can just make the outline as she turns to a doorway and steps down, and you both run after her, swing the doorway open. She is not there, but you are coming face to face with a 20-foot octave shark. The tendrils are kind of surrounding the room. Its head is just kind of rotating around. The head arcs to one side. Its mouth opens and releases this. So this thing is gigantic. And
Slam the door.
both of
Just take out a Sharpie. Octo shark inside and out.
Okay, so
Proceed with caution.
so
I would have just wrote Octave Shark room.
caution. So you guys take a look at that, and you see the kid with the book flipping in his former pages, and there's one that's a picture of like the two of you standing a lithograph style, like woodcut, in front of that door, and depicted in black and whites. And in real time, we take a look at it, and we hear the kukong as the door dents from the other side. Another one, kukong, as it kind of buckles.
That was close. We should go.
Buckles and like the two hinges bolt off, and that's when you hear this other deafening roar.
We're gone.
You're gone. Give me an athletics roll.
There are 2 cloud outlines in front of it.
You guys are running down the hallway. You hear the door go spring off its hinges.
All of 1.
Athletics. I got a 2.
You need to eat a salad. You need to stop smoking.
True.
So, okay.
No, 2 is good. 2 is
All
actually
right.
good.
So the octo shark, I will tell you. I normally don't tell you what my dice rolls are. It rolled like shit. So for this,
It's a 20-foot octo shark
It's got
in a
no
restaurant
feet.
hallway.
yeah, like shit.
So it's got plenty of feet. It just doesn't have the feet to move, like measurements feet to move.
No, it's got tentacles. It doesn't actually. Well, actually, I guess technically it's got a foot, which is its head.
Well,
I made the octo shark. How do you know what it looks like?
shark
Octo
head,
shark.
shark body.
Okay, you know exactly what it looks like.
Anyway, if it's anything like a fucking cardio classes in the future, if we survive, yes. If it's anything like an octopus, it can fit into really tight places, which means its bones are fragmented because normally octopus don't have, the only hard part of an octopus is the beak. But talking about an octo shark here, going
Shark
into
has
a
nipples.
very small hallway, which means it's got to take its time to devour us.
It also takes time to power through things like walls.
Yeah, exactly.
So effectively, door goes off your hinges. You guys are bolting down the alley. You turn, not the alley, the corridor. You're up the stairs. You hear the sound of it roaring getting louder. You swing open the door, close the door, throw up a chair, bolting. A couple minutes later, you turn the corridor where you first saw Brian. You hear like the door shatter, the chair give way, and you can definitely tell it's stuck because it's screaming. And the floor is shaking and the walls are vibrating, but you don't hear it getting closer. Eventually you find the door. You're running to where the door was, but as you're doing it, you turn around the bar. You actually spot this and kind of grab Declan, and you're like, it's there, and you see the door starting to move. It doesn't teleport, it's actually physically moving. So you guys are running to chase the door. You do the thing where you open the door, one person jumps through, reaches out, the other person jumps, kind of grabs it, Ala making a run for the train, and the two of you kind of tumble, ass over tea kettle backwards. You make it out into the alley, and then you see the door kind of head off down towards the southern part of the building, and that's where it just kind of ends.
I see no point in killing the Octave Shark.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to. It's I mean, it's in the night kitchen, right? He's probably gonna get carved up. Yeah, at some point you start to kind of root for the food, you know?
Throat.
Yeah. Your legs are men 6 feet or more off the truck, so I've got to check.
All right, so we kind of end game there. You guys eventually arrive back at Babs's place, and the smell of kung pao chicken is there, and sweet and sour pork and chicken balls, and Roy's got like food all spread out. It's like, hey, you're back.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's late.
Yeah. Yeah. It says.
Hey, grab a plate, help yourself, it's still hot.
Thank you.
I got some tea brewing. Babs says she's gonna be really late. So
Alright.
apparently things were worse than we thought they were. One of the little buggers actually got in. Yeah, apparently, trees are not the only thing they can eat.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I took it down a couple of them before they put it down. Anyway. Yes.
Oh, cool. Hey, these octopus legs.
No.
Go over the window.
Yeah, so,
Not feeling hungry
Yeah.
for that?
Not for that.
yeah, I thought you said your friend Fox was coming.
She said she was.
Oh, that's weird. I thought she would have been here long before now. Should I, like, just put a plate of food for her when she shows up, or what?
So I take it Mix is not here either.
No.
Did anyone come by other than the delivery person?
You guys? No, that's it. Lewis, he's upstairs.
Give her a call.
You know I don't actually have her phone number, right?
Yeah, you do.
I got the stupid cord. I can summon her.
Lucas.
Did you end up with the phone number?
Lucas.
If I summon her, Mix is still in the
You
trunk of the
have
car.
you have to sleep at some point in your life. Correct.
Right, it raises a good
Check your
point.
phone.
It's also a really good point.
That's not cool. You know,
No, you know what? I firmly agree. It is not cool.
It's totally
I'm
not
checking
cool.
the phone.
What are we talking about?
I was just seeing if Fox kind of jacked her way into the phone or put her phone number on.
Is Fox's phone number in my phone?
No.
Oh, good.
Not good.
Sure.
No.
Check mine.
Yeah, no.
I thought you got her phone number at one point.
No.
I wonder what happens if I start playing the summoning thing and stop before the last chord.
I'm having a Star Trek flashback, and it's probably not going to be too efficient. Besides, I wouldn't summon anything in Babs says. I have no idea what kind of word she's going to.
Yeah, actually, a really good point. Well, you gonna eat this cookie or not? Because you got little fortunes in there.
Yeah, go ahead.
I could use some good news. Okay, thanks.
We should probably grab that to go.
And that's when you hear the sound of a Porsche pulling out.
Looking out the window.
Yeah, that's Fox.
Open the door.
How did we beat you?
Everything all right?
Main Street South. I've been scouring the north. That Constance goes all the way around. I've been driving around for hours.
Hour.
Same difference. Wait, is that General Tao's chicken?
Yeah, it's the same thing that we offered before.
No, that was a Kung Pao. You offered me Kung Pao.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. And she kind of like takes the plate off your hand and shows her. Sure, this is good. Oh, hey. Oh, hey, Roy. How are you feeling?
Wages were paid then.
Yeah.
Cheers. So,
How you feeling?
So, I guess no dinner for you then.
whatever. Let's go over to the Porsche. Next.
Yeah. Judy, let him in.
Climb
So
down.
trunk opens, and you kind of climb down the trunk of the car, and your feet touch ground, and you look around, and it's, nice corridor. It's red carpet and rough-hewn walls, and torches every which way. Oak doorways.
Oh,
Nice.
she's got her own portable dungeon.
Doorways are clearly labeled. Room A, Room B, the Constance room, the Twilight room, the Birch room, the Maple, the Mahogany, Meeting Room C.
What's she in?
What?
What is she in?
She's in the Sunset Suite.
Right, go to the sunset.
It's the one with the picture of the sunset on it. Not the sunrise room. That's my private stuff.
Go to the sunset room.
Okay. Go to the sunset room and you go in there. The room is like large canopy bed, 4-poster wood, silk sheets, ottomans everywhere, pillows everywhere, multiple wardrobes, stained glass windows, little champagne bar beside the side cart, and there's like a little thing of silver dishes filled with fresh fruit beside her, so when Nix wakes up, she can actually, help herself as she does. And there's the smell of lilac and lavender from incense dispensers, like not the kind at Walmart, but the real thing. And there's a mechanical dog just kind of keeping an eye on her, and the head kind of looks at you.
Hello.
It looks at you. Hello, Declan. It is so nice to officially meet you.
And you? Tiny mechanical. What's your name?
I'm Tim.
Hello, Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim Tim.
I am your medical assistant, clockwork dog, and personal companion. I am here looking after Mix until the mistress returns.
Right. Well,
Please state the nature of your medical emergency.
Not a medical emergency. We're just going to move Mix from here to the house that the car is currently parked in front of.
Do you require assistance with this?
Yes, as there is a very large ladder and I need to transport a human being.
Very well, I will assist you. So he kind of rears up on his hind legs and grabs her by an ankle and very ungracefully pulls her off the bed
Whoa!
and starts dragging her towards the stairs.
I can pick her up. It's fun.
When this starts happening, I'm like chewing the dog off of her.
Oh, hello, Lucas. It is good to see you. I've heard so many things about you. You do have steely eyes and a very attractive complexion. Mistress says you are a troubadour of sorts.
Maybe I did accidentally touch you? Like this is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, how could a 20-something bottle of hormones possibly find attractive by the attractive 20-something leader of his own band, Nightmare, with magical abilities? What?
That's specifically, or
just you're fucking hideous.
This is a conversation I've had with the mistress on many occasions. Infatuation is a medical emergency in some contexts. Lucas, what is the nature of your medical emergency?
I just pointed next.
Ah, I see. Grabs her by the ankle.
No.
Right. Is there any way we can turn
let me
this?
see if I can. So let me see if I can undo this first.
What?
Well, it'll be a lot easier getting out of there if she's standing.
No.
No.
Wait. No, you meant undo the thing on her.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so much better than I thought. Okay, yeah, we'll put her back in the bed for that.
What were you thinking?
No, I just thought you were gonna try and disenchant the ladder, which would cause everything.
No, that would be a terrible idea.
Yeah.
It would be. That is the only exit and entrance into this particular domain.
Right. So let's see what you can do with this.
Okay, so.
Moral support. Believe in you. On you go.
You're making it worse, you know that, right?
Sorry. You can do it.
Okay, so I did a
Petting
dog.
I am a good boy.
Yes.
I am a very good boy.
Okay, so I'm going through, I'm kind of trying to analyze what I was feeling / doing when I did the unmaking thing.
Uh-huh.
And then, okay, well, what would the reverse of that be? And I'm going to try and do that.
Okay.
Okay, magic is
So-
intuitive. This
It's intuitive. You were under attack. You saw somebody you liked in mortal danger by a seether with flesh hooks in her, and you reacted and responded purely on instinct in order to stop it, which you did. So, I mean, what else could possibly go wrong? I mean, you've got this figured out, right?
So I'm doing the reverse of
Okay, how are you doing that? GM wants to know.
I sing.
Alright, what are you singing?
Something peppy. With vim.
Like the cucaracha?
The what?
Ah. 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 All right, GM wants to know, do you know any peppy or Vimish songs? Just one.
I'm sure Lucas does.
Good answer. I'll give it to you. All right. Roll for it.
Harvey, Harvey, Harvey the Wonder Hamster.
I mean, I could. Seven.
Yep. 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 So you're like, okay, I got this. I got this. I so consummate artist. I'm a professional.
I have no
Killed
idea
the
what
devil's
I'm doing, but
hedgehog.
I did.
I sold more copies of our demo cassette than any other breakout band in the greater East Arden city suburb area. So I've got this. So you start singing, power comes up, the music is kind of flowing through. It's a little bit different because you start thinking about Mix and the times that you've known her, Mix's music and everything you know, and it just kind of starts forming around Mix. You can feel the music going into her skin, into her spine, through her orifice. There, thank you. And see, Todd, you're not the only one who does it. I do it all the time too, with my NPCs.
And yourself.
And myself. And it starts kind of twisting and turning, but kind of undoing what was done to them. A few moments later, you hear a gasp come from her. It's just this, oh, Declan.
Please don't be a creepy undead zombie. Please don't be a creepy undead zombie.
And Lucas, hey, yeah, great. Hey, I feel like shit. Last thing I know is I punched a little old woman in the nose and broke it. Oh, ooh, that's nice. Is that Mango? That is Mango. Where are my brass knucks? Where's the creepy little old lady? She freaking cut me in the... She fights dirty. She fights dirty. For a 90-year-old? Oh.
Maddie's fine.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you. Oh, that's good. Where did you get the robot dog? Where did we get the penthouse suite? Wait, are we in the Shire? What's going on?
No. Or a Porsche. Eat.
Alright.
Get some blood sugar in you and then we'll take care.
When you say Porsche, is that a metaphor?
No.
Eat some more fruit.
Oh, so she starts eating. Oh gosh.
So, was that pay fruit?
All right,
I guess we'll find out.
it's delicious. By the way, it's like I'm so glad to see you guys. I've just had like the weirdest dreams. Oh, I had this. Oh man, it's just been so messed up. Oh, I'm feeling better though. This food's really good. I like the dog. Can we keep him?
No, he's not ours.
Not ours.
Oh.
So
So
he's a good dog.
She gets dressed and she's like, you know, talking to you guys. They get dressed. They. I'm writing it down in my notes. Mix is they.
It's literally in their name.
I know. So they get dressed and they're talking to you and you guys start climbing up the ladder and it's like, oh, I really had this really horrible dream. Well, it wasn't horrible. It was just kind of horrible. Oh man, I dreamt I was like 7 feet tall and there was this horrible music coming from the sound stage. And there were these people there with antlers singing folk punk, like really pretentious folk punk. And they were doing cover bands of like AC/DC to folk music.
So still dreaming about your old band, eh?
Yeah, I think it was but I was like huge. I was like, 7 feet tall, and I had like my muscles had muscles, and it was weird. I dreamt I had this like hand, and it was this big hook, not like a fish hook, but like a sickle hook. Just, whew. Glad it was just a dream because I shipped those motherfuckers one after another. Let me tell you, and the stuff I did. Oh man, whew. That would have made me a very bad person. Oh, I'm just glad it was a dream. It was just so real, you know?
Yep.
It's so real.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Roy ordered some Thai food.
Oh, brilliant!
So,
Thai. How about Chinese?
Well, he ordered it from a Thai place. So.
Don't judge. Kung Pao chicken's delicious.
We currently live in a city was a restaurant called the Owl of Minerva, and it's a Korean restaurant.
This is an actual place in Hamilton.
Is it actually a Korean restaurant?
Yes, it is.
Fully Korean restaurant.
We have to check it out. Like, as
I
soon as
mean,
the
yes,
manager
because
comes.
that is.
So she guys, and she tells you about this, the dream she's having as you guys are like eating your Chinese food, and you just get that wave of kind of dread. And that's when we go back to the kid with the book, and as he turns the next page over, instead of a lithograph or a nice story, the page is completely black. And that's where the camera kind of pans out. And that's game. So well done.
Nice. No, it was not a dream. If I had to hazard a guess, she was living her life through Steven's eyes. That was you see with me.
Steady. Flashy.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could technically do both.
Yeah, you could piercing and cutting.
I mean, I guess it depends on how sharp that curve is. Like,
Well,
in
it's
terms of,
not so much that. It also depends on how far away he is. Because if he doesn't catch you with a curve, he's catching you with a point. In which case, there's piercing,
Well, I mean,
and then there's
like I
ripping.
said, that depends on kind of how sharp that curve is. Because I mean, it could curve all the way back to the point.
Steven
where it's
is a cliff ogre / red cap hybrid.
also known as Nope.
Also known in the mortal world as the urban legend of the hook-handed man. Yeah, I know.
And why did you set this up?
It's a shoot up. I did
To
not.
be fair, Daffodil is terrifying.
I did not set up. Okay, you know what? Steven existed long before I did. So y'all can take that fucking reduction.
You are the one who set up us chasing him down.
It was either that or the entirety of the Court of Roses gets shut down.
Or maybe we could have done something about the babies.
You did do something about the
We did.
baby. All 250 of them. You sent them to Goblin Bazaar.
Yeah,
And we said, "Oh, God,
which we
Bazaar."
did.
You got a job opportunity,
and
and
That I didn't want.
and I got a key.
That we don't know what it's for.
Exactly.
You also saved an auditorium's worth of innocent people.
Yeah.
You were able to help out not only the Court of Blades by reclaiming the Ames, but also the Court of Roses and building up relationship with them.
Mhm.
You were able to rescue Mick successfully. You controlled your music multiple times without harming innocent people. So big step forward on that. Because when I was asking you, are you using it to disrupt or using it to overpower, had you overshot it with the overpower, it would have been the same thing with Mix, but you didn't. So good on you. Declan made a lot of contacts today, and also did not die during that fight
Which is super important.
because he got hurt a lot. But you know,
No, not really. There were like,
and
like
the two
three
of you integrated,
disadvantaging things
and
to take.
the two of you dealt with social combat and the crowbar really, really well because that was an official blade challenge, and by Tabitha, that has really big consequences. And you met somebody important who you don't know why they're important, but you know
Or
they're
who they
important.
are.
Or who they are. So
No, they're
overall,
not.
that all went pretty well. You also may have broken Mordecai's concept of himself and probably having a midlife crisis. Brian,
Life, end of life, who knows?
yeah, Brian is definitely dead, but that's not your fault. And at least at this part, you also know Daffodil is watching out for her best friend.
Which, right now,
Was useful.
is fine.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Everything will be. I don't see why you're getting so upset about this. Everything will be fine.
Of course
There
she's
is-
gonna keep her next best puppet in good shape.
Exactly. And the only way to do that is to make sure that I'm happy, which means she keeps her eye out for my friends. Bam.
To be fair, I don't know that happy actually is necessary, nor do you.
True, but if I'm happy, I don't age. No.
That was
We've gone from grasping at straws to looking for a diamond in a hailstorm.
No, I'm just saying, if you're genuinely happy, you don't like
No,
physically
that's
age.
true.
like less
That's true.
stress, yeah, you're healthier.
Yeah,
But you're also a nightmare, so like you
Exactly.
don't age, period.
Well, then there you go. If I'm happier, I'm not going to be like throwing myself into combat because I'm so fucking depressed. And it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Fine, come on, Stephen. It's good old-fashioned fisticuffs. The Queensbury rules. Of course, 1850 Queensbury rules. We're not fucking savages.
The fact that you guys have adopted this guy's name is Stephen. Oh, and agreed to help a member of the Lunar Council wipe out another member of the Lunar Council.
Exactly, it's a win-win.
Yeah.
One of them will not, doesn't want us dead.
Yet.
The other one,
Doesn't want you dead. I don't think she really cares about me.
but she will.
I do not want to be the next best meat puppet.
That's not your decision.
It's the greatest treasure to the land. Oh, yeah. Okay, so no milestones this game, but definitely did a good job. Furthered the plot quite a bit. Won't lie, next game is going to get...
Isn't that going to have milestones for fun?
In hindsight, you did win the first bracket of Battle of the Bands.
Woo.
You were not having to perform against another band next game.
Nice.
So you are free as far as that goes. In terms of your standing, as far as the Rose Courts go, and this will kind of get back to it eventually, you guys are A-okay. You guys are like... You're not like those other blades. You're civilized. That's how the Roses are approaching it. Some of the Roses. Gavin and Jill are basically... Well, the Roses are like, oh, yes, they did heroic deeds and on defense of the co-op, we gave them an honorary title. They're not like the other ones, so I think there's something a little bit more to these ones. Well, they kind of get that, that's really nice of you. Not really, Karen. But Jill and Gavin are like, oh, dude, those guys are boss. Oh, yeah, the pancake guy? He's awesome. We had brunch at his place. Dude, it was good. It was a dump, but the brunch was solid. So
Have to get the insult in there somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they're warming up to you. So you definitely have friends as far as that goes. So you guys you're doing well socially. The one thing I'm gonna say for next game, and probably the game after that, the eyes on you guys for this challenge.
Yep.
You're under scrutiny now by the blades.
I kind of thought I already was.
More.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just have to find Steven and disembowel him with his own hand. It'll be cool.
And then
He's half red cap. I'll jump on his back and pull his hat over his eyes, and then you come up and you stab him.
You know, I have a cold iron vein, right?
So don't touch it.
And that's all we got for tonight, folks. Thank you for tuning in. So don't touch it. But what if he stabs with the don't touch the knife? Duh.
Cold iron has an AOE effect.
Oh, well, that's just dumb. It's called a rifle.
Why would you use a rifle?
If you have a cold iron vein and there's a guy with cold iron weapons, shoot him in the face from afar.
Okay.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me this is not a solid plan.
I will never tell my players they are wrong. I will
use a
encourage
magnesium
them.
round. It does fire damage at the same time. It'll be fine.
You know,
They're only illegal in California.
I'm truly invested
I
to see where
thought
this
you
goes.
were really into not being an assassin.
Because I want him
It's
dead,
not an
and I
assassin.
don't want to get near him.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen is the moment that you pull the trigger on that round, and let's just say hypothetically it kills Stephen, and there is no bloodshed, you are going to turn around, and Mordecai is going to be standing there with the most wounded, heartbroken look. Be like, no, this is not what it looks like. This is not You don't understand. This is different.
This is personal.
This is. Oh no. Just like no. It just walks up. Mordecai, come on. Come on.
No, Mordecai, it's not what it looks like. No, I did this for free. Fuck, that's not.
Oh, yeah. Hey, he was.
You could have just told me who he was. I'd have killed him that way. I just.
Don't be. Why are you? No, don't cry. I am warning you. Don't you walk away from me. Don't you start crying. God damn it, I just told you. Why are you?
See, the thing is, though, the Fae are resistant to bullets.
Well, yeah, but not GLDs, but we'll talk about that later. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. We'll talk to everybody soon. Also, Fae Nightmares is pay what you can on Drive-Thru RPG. If you have any terrors, traps, horrors, or monsters you would like me to throw at them specifically, let me know. Always open to that. And, I was going to raffle something off, but we've got nothing really, and I don't have money for postage, so virtual raffle. Love you guys all. Talk to you soon.
We'll send an
Cheers.
emoji.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'll let you hit the button. It's right there. Oh, my back.